Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with JewelleryMaker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just £2.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for £4.95. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
JewelleryMaker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Hello, good evening and welcome back. It is going to be an amazing day. If you haven't already been watching through today's show, there have been a few tool clearances. I know, because I purchased some tools earlier on at ridiculously amazing prices, and that's just going to continue in the night. So our 8 o'clock hour is going to be the jewellery tool clearance hour. And we have got limited stock on some items. Some items we've got great stock on, but every single item that you see in that hour is going to a ridiculously low price. It is going to be amazing. It is going to be amazing. And if you saw the pearls just before the break, you are going to adore them. It's a long time since we've seen them, nearly a year since we have had this particular strand of your rounds. They are gorgeous. There is a good quantity of these. We're going to put them on pre-order. So if you want to get them early, get them early. I've learnt my lesson on many things over the last few months. You want to get in early. You can always cancel it if you decide you don't want it. You can always send it back if it gets to you and you decide it's not right for you. But if you miss out that first time it's there, you'll end up regretting it. I've done that today. I have. Laura's with me. Laura's just looking at me. I had to close my order before I came on here.
It's always fatal. Now you've opened an order, when you get back, when you come off air, you'll be going through.
Yeah, yeah.
I know, I feel your pain.
Absolutely.
About 5 times this week.
I'm there going, I need this, and I need this, and I need this, and I've actually now got it to the point where I've got the internet version on my phone while I'm there doing other things, just going, I'll have one of them. I'll have one of them.
Combine with this order.
That's it, it's brilliant. Order. You've already got an order open. Combine with order. And then you get loads of emails coming through. Thank you for updating. Thank you for updating.
Thank you for adding to your order. Yeah.
Yeah. How many times have you got that in your inbox?
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Don't miss out. It's going to be an amazing show. Now, this first hour, we're going to go a little bit doolally. I want to give you a really quick hint, though. Can we just have a little look? Because I did give you a hint earlier on. Is this all right? Am I okay to do this? This is coming up in half an hour's time. Look at the colour. Believe it or not, yes, this is the chrome diopside that is going under £15. No, it's not going on pre-order, there's not enough. It's as simple as that. We can pre-order the pearls because we've got lots of those. We can't pre-order the chrome diopside because there's not enough. There's not enough. So, shall we kickstart the show as we mean to go on? You need to see these. Take a look at this colour. Look at the purple. Look at the purple. Look at the purple. How pretty is this? Now, this has actually only ever been seen once before, and that's it. Take a look at this one. This is what I love about Ocean Jasper. It's got so many different colour variations and different intonations. That's why Jasper's fantastic anyway. I think Jasper is the most artistic of the gemstones, really, isn't it? Now, we have 370 carats of this for you at £3.95. Do you want to know the bad news? Because there is some bad news. there's 20 chances, and that is it. For £3.95, they're going to sell out. They are going to end up selling out. There are so many different things you can do with these. I'm just looking at them thinking, the amount of colours and different tones and different patterns, what would you do with it? Would you separate them out? Would you use them in one design? Would you make sure the greens were all together? Would you make sure the purples were all together? Would you mix and match? Would you add it with mookaite? What would you do with it? Because there are so many different things here. They're brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. How are you feeling, darling?
I'm good.
Laura's not feeling too well today, so if you want to send your loving messages, please do, because you're a little bit bunged up, aren't you?
Yeah, I've got the JM lurgy.
Nice.
Yeah.
JM flu.
We're a sharing family, aren't we?
Sharing is caring. You can keep that one, though.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah, no, you can keep that one. You can keep it.
I did give you a warning. I did give you a warning.
She came in and went, "Don't come near me!" Sue's messaged in to say, "I have this strand, Jasper. It's fascinating to look at. It absolutely is. Absolutely is. Whether it's picture Jasper, whether it's zebra Jasper, whether it's your Dalmatian Jasper, whatever the Jasper is, it's gorgeous." Sue, thank you for that message. Just don't breathe this way, honey. Don't you dare! She is as well. Oh, you are evil. Oh, you are evil. I've got some Iolite for you. Warding you off with the Iolite strands. Yes.
Warding my germs off.
I feel like I should be containing you in some kind of biohazard suit.
I don't think I'm the only one that's brought germs in here. That's where I got them from.
Oh dear. I do hope you feel better though, honey. I really do. We need some kind of flu remedy. We are looking at 35 carats of Iolite at £4.95. £4.95. When have you ever seen Iolite going at £4.95? It is not the most affordable gemstone known to man. If you think about it, when you look at Iolite in other places, if you're lucky enough to find it, you generally do find high prices, don't you? It is an unusual gemstone, it's a rare gemstone, it's a beautiful gemstone, and it is just as pleochroic as tanzanite. If tanzanite hadn't have existed, this would be the big boy on the block.
I think that's lovely as an option for gents as well, though, because it's obviously it's in a smooth cut. So, and you can really see that true colour of it, can't you? You get to see that, because it is that unique shade of blue. It is that kind of violety blue.
It has 3 very distinct colours in it. Now, it's the same crystal structure as tanzanite. Oh, it's 10 left. That's it, 10 left. It's got the same crystal structure as tanzanite, so you do see 3 different colours. You generally see a blue, a violet blue, and a yellowy whitey colour. It is an amazing, amazing gemstone. When you see it, depends on the angle you're looking at it at. It's fabulous. 10 chances is all I've got remaining. That is it. £4.95, and it's your order. Get yourself the authenticity card as well. Definitely worth the authenticity card. With a gemstone like this, not everybody knows about it, so it's always nice. It's actually quite nice as well to have a bit of a chat with people. If they go, "Oh, what's that then?" You can talk to them about it. Let them know it's so pleochroic. Let them know it's an amazing gemstone. Let them know the Vikings used it. Which ties in perfectly with a Viking knit that's going to be happening a little bit later on in the show. That is reasons we bring you these deals. Now, I'm going to leave that one there with you. Next up, I'm going to bring you this. No, that's not the one. I don't actually have that one on here, honey. No. No, I don't. I know the one you mean. It's that almost a diamond-like shape with the latticework effect. It's not here, I'm afraid. I've got the Ballet. Yep. Not really giving him a choice though. I've got this. I think they're in. No, they're in the first hour. Now I have got some charms for you. Did you ever do ballet?
No.
The snort at the beginning.
Yeah, oh no. No, I'm not a graceful person.
Nor am I. That's why I didn't do it either.
My own feet, so yeah.
If you do have someone who either loves the ballet as a dancer or just wants to have something really pretty, this is definitely the one for you. We're looking at beautiful little ballet shoes and a little tutu. You're actually getting 3 of them in the pack. 3 of them in the pack. Which means if you wanted to, you could do them as earrings and a pendant. I'd actually separate them out and do them all as different pendants. They're pretty.
They're cute just to represent having a little girl, though, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Doesn't have to be sort of
Your
ballet or
princess,
dance.
your
Yeah, your
little
little
ballerina.
princess.
Oh, oh, BB. I have to get you one of these now. Little one. Are you ready? 3 of them, all for a tiny, tiny price. Less than £5. Less than £5. They're a really nice addition as well for a charm bracelet. If you want to have big, bold charms, gorgeous. Keyring?
Keyring, bag charm.
Yep. They are really sweet.
It's quite sweet as well because obviously I've got a 9-year-old daughter, so a lot of that she's got the sort of on-trend bag, you know, from a certain shop, and she's got a sort of a bubbly K as her keyring. But there are a lot of children in her class that do dance and that do sort of ballet, so that would be a lovely little charm for them to put on their bag.
Yeah.
Take to school.
I just realised my little one's going to meet your little one, and your little one's a lot bigger than my little one.
My little one's really, well, my not so little one, she's really good with younger children. Yeah. She's awesome with younger children.
We're going to have a jolly. Me and Guy are going to have a jolly down to Bristol.
Yeah. As long as she's all right with dogs.
No, but we'll get her
work
past
around
that.
Yeah. Once they said hello, they're fine. They'll just get bored. They'll go sleep on the sofa.
How
They'll be
big
fine.
are they? Do they bark? If they
Benny barks
okay.
because he just wants attention.
Right. We might have tears and screaming.
That's okay. That's fine. Once they get out of the system, we've got treats. We can bribe them.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good. Well done to every single one of you on that one. Now, the pendant has arrived, darlings. The pendant has arrived. It was hiding in the background because it doesn't want to leave the building. But here it is. There we are. It is like a latticework effect, isn't it, that you get, but you've got that fantastic star in the centre. It's brilliant, isn't it? It's a real beautiful geometric design. You've got that wonderful star shape across the whole of the area, and actually if I turn it around, you will see a star in the centre. It's quite ethereal. You are getting 1.4 grams of sterling silver in this as well, so really brilliant amount of sterling silver. Great design. It's lightweight because it's hollow, and it's going under £5. Handful of these remain, I'm afraid. A handful of these remain, which is probably why it was hiding, not wanting to come onto air. Earrings would be brilliant.
It'd be cute as a set, wouldn't it? As earrings. It would be lovely on a bracelet as well, though. Just one charm on a sort of a more solid bracelet. That would look lovely.
Yeah, I like the idea of that. Do you like the idea of that? It's a lovely effect that you're getting as well, because you've got this side with the star on, you've got this side which is the lattice work all the way across. It's up to you which way you want it to look. The back's just as beautiful as the front. So if you did want to have it facing forward this way and forget the fact you've got a star on the back, or maybe do a little stamp at the back, do an initial, entirely up to you. £5 though, get a couple, pair of earrings, pendant, and like Laura said, a charm. Beautiful. It's beautiful in every way. I'm wondering if there's any way of actually popping something inside it. It doesn't actually open, it's not an opening charm. But I'm just wondering if there is any way of actually popping a couple of gemstones in. Probably not. But it's a nice idea. You could wire wrap gemstones from it though, couldn't you? And have it almost like a dream catcher. Yeah, a dream catcher ahoy.
Yeah, you could put salmon in it as well.
Oh, actually, because I was wondering if putting gemstones in.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but the way they'd all obviously they'll come out, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would.
So, yeah, a bit of cerulean, that would be nice. Add that little bit of sparkle.
Yeah. You could insert into the cerulean though, couldn't you?
Yeah.
If you got enough cerulean in there, you could.
We just sort of layer it over the sort of the cutouts and then pop some crystals in it. That would look
absolutely. I've got some peridot for you now as well. These are so cute. You're going to love these. You're going to absolutely love these. So this is peridot ovals. We're going to bring you a strand of peridot ovals at one of the most amazing prices you will have seen all day. This is going to be a bit of a shock factor, so sit down if you're not already sitting down. Hold on to your socks if you're not already holding on to your socks, because it's going to knock them off. 40 carats of graduated plain ovals. Beautiful brilliance to every single one of these. If you take a look at just how much brightness exudes from every single one, it's magical, isn't it? Believe it or not, it's under £5. This is one of those, don't even think about it. It's so easy to just press add to basket, checkout, done. Add to order, combine order, combine it. £4.95 for Peridot. Go into a jeweller's, have a look at the different designs of Peridot, take a look at this, and then pick what you would like to do with it, because there are so many different things. Think about cascading earrings, think about necklaces that cascade. I mean, there was a gorgeous opal necklace earlier on, wasn't there, for the must-have of the day? One to own. It looked phenomenal. Oh, it's there. Deal of the day. If you did this design with Peridot, how lovely would that be? In fact, if you manage to get a hold of this strand, which is an amazing strand, it will be recapped a little bit later on. It'll be coming up later. If you actually mix the Peridot in with this, how nice is that going to be?
Because it's going to pick up those greens, isn't it, and sort of reflect those colours.
It's just stunning what you can do with it. So go and have a look at different jewellery houses, go and have a look at different designs, and just inspire yourself to make incredible pieces of jewellery. Because at £5 for the strand you're getting here, oi, 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 as my nan would say. £5? Did my nan say that? Yes, that was what my nan used to say all the time. Normally followed by naughty girl. Oi, 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 naughty girl. And yeah. Yeah, generally I was. I'm not going to pretend I wasn't. So generally I was a naughty, naughty girl, yeah.
You're going to have fun with your little one.
Oh, it's already there. Already there. She's brilliant though, I love her. I love her. She has me under her thumb, completely. Completely. They're going very, very quickly at the moment. Ronald, well done, my darling. Celeste, well done. Sandra, well done. Susan, well done. Pat, well done. Philippa, well done. Mercedes, well done. There is loads of you still with this in baskets, though. Check those baskets out. Don't make the mistakes that I've made in the past, including today.
I think that's lovely. I mean, we've got we're meant to be getting another Arctic blast next week, aren't we? Of it being in the.
Somebody said Tuesday is going to be snow.
Well, it might be nice if we have some snow in Bristol, because we keep skipping the snow.
Well, come up to us. Come up to us, we get it.
But then I've got a morning show on Wednesday, so I don't want it on Tuesday. It can come on Thursday. But it's basically, we've got the coldness. Yeah. We're getting the coldness, but not any of the snow. So imagine getting that in the post on a freezing cold day. That's just gonna. Oh. That's just gonna sort of brighten up your day, isn't it?
Normally, I would come and pick it up from the studio, but I've decided today I'm having it delivered, because I want the excitement of it turning up. Tracy, hello, my darling. She says, silly prices. I spent more than that on a coffee and a cake today.
Do you know, I spent that much on a pack of plasters.
What?
In the services.
What?
Needs must. I needed to get to the plasters, but...
£5 for plasters? Oh, they're like gold-plated plasters or something.
I needed the plasters, so...
If you're wondering why, just before she came out, she decided to stick a knife through her finger.
It wasn't a choice. I didn't think, oh,
which one shall I do?
Stab my finger.
This one?
Yeah, it was, yeah, accident. Do you happen?
Should you sort of be in hospital now, or are you actually all right?
No, it's fine. It's still attached. We're all good. It was one of those where, you know, when you wrap it up in a tissue and you don't look for like half an hour because you know it's going to be bad.
Oh, I really dislike you right now.
Me?
Yeah, I'm so squeamish. So just.
Well, I didn't look at I literally sat there for half an hour, but not brave enough to look at my injury.
In fairness, it's not you I dislike. It's those in the gallery who are there going.
Yeah, it's mine.
Can you snap it off? Why would you say that? Moving on. I've got. Oh dear, oh no. I have got the most amazing strand of Jasper. If you are a Jasper lover, then you're going to be spoilt for choice on these, because they're massive. In fact, I could probably stand this up without even holding it. They are that big. Ta-da! I'll show you what I mean. They are that thick. They're literally that thick. Look at the size. Look how deep they are. If you want to bezel set something, or I don't know, wire work all the way around it as many times as you could possibly do, you could probably fit a whole spool around that, in fairness.
But that's what I was just thinking. We're doing Viking knit for the first demonstration.
Yes.
And that's a lovely sort of width for a bit of Viking knit just to go around the edge.
Do you want me to snip it?
Yeah.
Can I snip it?
And you can choose a gemstone. And yeah, and then what we'll do is, because it's got a drill hole as well, I've got to cut, yeah, you have to.
I am after cutters, thank you.
You can choose.
Right. Oh my, really? How many? 24 chances, £7.95. Check out now. Check out now. Check it out.
Right. Okay.
That one looks like a map.
But we can make it reversible, see, because it's lovely on both sides. So what we can do is a strip of the Viking knit just to go around the edge there, but because it's got that lovely drill hole, we can still use the drill hole to secure it, so the Viking knit won't need to be, it's decorative.
Yeah.
So I'll have a little play.
You know what's going to happen? There's going to be more orders later on, isn't there?
There is. I'm sorry.
It was brilliant because they thought I was you. When I rang up. Yeah. Wait, the second name's binding, isn't it? No, she's behind me. Wanda, well done, my darling. Philippa, well done. Sandra, well done. Ali, well done. Jacqueline, well done. Diane, check the basket out, and it'll be yours as well. They are amazing. £7.95. You'd charge that for one, wouldn't you, if you're making it into a pendant?
Because they're also individual as well. So that's, and again, you've got that choice of that option of making it a reversible pendant. You can just keep that really simple, pop that onto some cord, and again, I think that's quite a unisex kind of gemstone.
Well, you've got so many different colour variations on this strand anyway. You could, there's loads. There's loads of different choices you've got down there. Love it. This one actually looks, if you put this with a larimar, I've got larimar coming up later, you're going to love it. Oh my life. Just look at,
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
Aren't they brill? Aren't they brill? Larimar is coming up later on. It is very, very limited. Ooh. Hello. I'm just going to move those two strands now. Not one anymore. Two to one side. I've got the longest strand. Goodness me, that's the longest strand I've seen in ages. 75 carats of Morganite in the brightest, most amazing pink. What do you mean? Oh, when Phil does this to me, Phil's in the chair tonight, and all I'm getting is, uh-oh. He's been off for 2 weeks, and you can tell he's been off for 2 weeks because the prices have been doolally, haven't they? So, Phil, what are we going to do with this? Okay, there we are. That, £12.95. Can you imagine this with a crown outside? Oh, let me have a look. Need to see. Oh, that's really pretty. That's really pretty. How gorgeous is that?
Oh, that's nice.
I wouldn't have expected those two to go that well together, but they really do. Some of you might be going, no, why would you do that? But I think that's really lovely, really lovely. In fact, it also will look lovely with these. I've got some metallic pearls coming up a little bit later on. Oh.
That's lovely because the tones in that Morganite match all of the tones in those pearls. They've got that sort of, that peachy kind of tone to them.
There you go. £12.95 is ridiculous for Morganite. You probably know this gemstone, and if you don't know this gemstone, it's understandable because it is a rare, beautiful... Oh, hello, Ali. Hello, darling. I so wasn't going to buy anything today until I saw those fancy Jasper. I have no willpower when it comes to JM. Sweetheart, nor do I. Nor do I. Debbie's also said, oh, Laura, I feel your pain. I cut my finger on a mandolin slicer. Oh, my life. was not using the guard. Oh. If you don't know what a mandolin slicer is, it's basically a blade. It is basically
just sort of, you've got like a little hold, haven't you? And you
yeah.
Sort of, yeah. Oh,
and the guard is normally the thing that you yeah.
Oh, that's making me.
Yeah.
So this was like a stab and slice. This, you know, when the knife just slips.
Stop it! Pair of you, Debbie, stop it! Laura, stop it! Oh! Oh, I never used to be this squeamish, but I don't know why. I don't know why. Right, moving on. Oh, that's
gone, yeah.
Oh, Debbie, I hope you were all right afterwards. Ooh. Right. I'm going to bring to you ruby, emerald, sapphire. Ruby, emerald, sapphire, the big three. The ultimate big three. The most beautiful combination of gemstones. They are incredible, aren't they? Look at the colours that they've chosen. That is actually one of the nicest combined strands of these three gemstones that I've seen together. And I want to point out, if you were to ever choose one emerald on its own off this strand, my choice would be this one, because that is just such a beautiful, beautiful colour. Of course, you've got the choice of all of the different emeralds on this strand. You've also got the choice of the pink sapphires. Take a look at the pink sapphire. Look at the ruby. That's such a gorgeous, deep, rich red ruby as well, isn't it? That's the colour you want to be having in a ruby. We are about to do something naughty again today. Why? Because Phil's been on holiday. It seems to be a current reoccurring theme, doesn't it? When people go on holiday, they trash prices. When people come back from holiday, they're still happy, they trash prices.
Wow.
Can I just point out, these are natural as well. They've not been treated. £10 for natural ruby, sapphire, emerald. Please add the authenticity card if you're wanting to sell these on and make them into jewellery and sell them on. Authenticity card, 25p extra. You get that little bit of peace of mind, not only for you, but for your customers as well. It gives your customers that peace of mind that you are working with the gemstones that you say you're working with. You probably saw me yesterday with a rant that I had about people pretending gemstones are what they're not.
That drives me mad. You go on certain auction sites and they say it's a gemstone, and you could just look at it and you're like, that's not. And you know, and people think but it's misleading.
Yeah, it's very misleading, and I think this needs to be reined in a bit, because there's people who will say it's like fire opal, and then in the description the description will say that it's not real, but the fact that they've put it as fire opal in the name.
Yeah.
If you're not reading that description and you're thinking you're buying fire opal, that's really bad.
But that's assuming people actually say that, because a lot of people don't. They just sell it as,
yeah.
You know. But, you know, I mean, for me, that's such a lovely strand. I would want to just restrand that and wear it mixed up and say that that's what I've got. You know, I've got this mixed gemstones, and they're high end as well, aren't they? Everybody knows those gemstones. Yeah.
Ruby, emerald, sapphire. If you ask anybody, they're going to know those. They're going to go diamond as well.
Exactly, but it's also great as a sample strand.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you said to me, oh, Laura, could you make me a necklace? Don't suppose you've got any rubies. I could say, well, actually, I've got a couple. Let me show you an example of what I can get. Because we know that we could then go and buy a strand of those rubies or emeralds. Yeah. But in there, you've got a little sample of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really nice one. Really nice strand. For £10 as well. You can't go wrong with that, can you? And you still have your money back guarantee as well. 30-day money back guarantee, which I think is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You've got the one shipping and handling, or postage and packaging, which is, again, ridiculously low price if you consider how many items you can add to that, because there is no limit. As long as you do it within that 24-hour time period, before 12 midnight, you can add as many as you like. You can add... You know, the steel block, it is coming up later, by the way. The steel block, the heavy, heavy steel block. If you wanted to add that to your order, you're still only paying that £2.95. It doesn't matter how many of those steel blocks you have as well. It's still just £2.95. We've done a real amazing thing on the P&P for that. Now, well done to every single one of you. Rosemary, well done. You got 2 of these. Lynn, well done. Irene, well done. Wanda, well done. Sandra, well done. Collector in London, Major, well done. You got 3 of those as well. Is it chrome diopside time, by any chance? Love, 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 love this gemstone. Whole lot of love for this particular gemstone. It is a green. Mark was saying yesterday, with green gemstones, it seems like every single green gemstone has their own very distinctive tone. Yeah. And this one, you look at it and you go, oh, that's chrome diopside. There is no mistaking this for anything else, apart from the finest emerald you've ever seen.
Stunning, isn't it? It's absolutely. But you are right. It has got its everyone has their own shade, don't they? And yes. It's like straight away you can see that depth and that sort of. It's quite an intense green, isn't it? Quite vivid. It's
very much, if you're looking at the sort of saturation scale, there's certain gemstones that hit like the highest point of saturation. You think of neon apatite, that hits the top point of the saturation for that particular gemstone. Chrome diopside is very much one of those stones. The saturation is full-blown, loud and proud. You're about to see it at a price point that it's never been to before, ever. This strand has only been above the price you're about to see. Previously, it was it over £20? Over £20. Over £20, you're getting it for £12.95.
That to me is a strand that if you've never bought it before, you've always ummed and ahed about it. It's something that you've always thought, I want to, but it, you know, it might have been a little bit high. That is, just get it for that. It's definitely a no-brainer.
Do you know how I'm justifying now certain things? So I'm, as you know, have been trying to diet for a very long time. I kind of go £12.95. There are certain pizza brands that charge more for a pizza, and if I eat that, I'm going to regret it. I'm going to love it at the time, but I'm going to be spending months trying to get that off. And I kind of go, which one would I prefer? So I've been healthy today. And I bought lots of things. It is brilliant though, at that kind of price point, £12.95. It is amazing. It is a seriously amazing price point.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It'd be great for channel setting.
Yes, don't look at me.
I'm not looking at you. What gauges of wire would you use for channel setting, Lara?
Okay. 4.4, 0.4 and 1. 1 and 0.4. If
you're starting out, you can drop to a 0.8 when you've practiced it a little bit, but if you're practicing, or starting out, 0.4 and a 1 mil would be ideal for setting that in.
And I think I did use the 0.4. I don't think
I can't imagine you did.
No.
I can't imagine you used the 0.8 to weave.
No.
Because I doubt you would have been able to got the gemstones on. No. And you wouldn't have been able to.
No, it's definitely a 0.4.
But 0.4 and 0.8 sometimes can be a little bit too close. And sometimes the 0.8 can pull out of shape and it can be a little bit.
It did.
Yeah, so I would always say go for 1 mil. If I had a choice, I'd always go for 1 mil and 0.8.
If you want to have a laugh at my terrible wire working, I've said this year I'm going to try different mediums because I normally stick with chain. So I thought I'll try it. So the weekend I did wire work. I attempted to channel set badly. And then I attempted a little ring. So have a look at my Facebook page.
The little ring's cute.
It's cute. It is cute. It's tiny, but it's cute. 40 of them have already gone. They are flying out at £12.95. Channel set them and then tell me how to do it. Oh dear. Loads of you getting more than one as well. I mean, for that kind of price, you really is. If you can do it, do it. Brilliant. Hello. Jilly, Susie, what's it? Lara, love your dress tonight. Laura, get well soon, hun. Spent on tools for Josie's 13th birthday presents. May need more at 8 mil. That's awesome. I got very excited. I know Alison was ridiculously excited this morning, wasn't she? She was like, very much going, I want that tool, and that tool, and that tool. And I saw her going, John, do. Tanya has also messaged in to say, I have just got the Viking knit. What's the best thickness of wire to practice with? Don't ask me, I don't know.
I would say 0.4, and I'd say tune in for the first kit because we have so much 0.4 in every colour, and we'll be going over the Viking knit as well. So yeah, and I'll talk through it. But it's so easy. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'll let you have a go. I've got 2 tools.
Yes.
So, but what I would say is 0.4 would be the best for me. I find it the best to start with. 0.4, 0.6 is people's preference, but I personally prefer 0.4.
Okay. 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 45 have already now been allocated. If it is still in your basket, make sure you're checking that basket out. It is by far one of the best, most vibrant gemstones you're going to get for intensity of colour. And if you love those greens, and greens go with so many different gemstones, don't they? They're brilliant. Ooh. Can I just try them with the pearls for a second? That's a pop and a half, isn't it? Even on the darker bust, you can still see it.
Yeah. I mean, using that as spacer beads would be beautiful, and it would really pop in between those pearls.
That would be lovely. Actually, the intensity of the colour you're getting here with the ultraviolet, which is a Pantone of the year, those two would really bounce off each other, wouldn't they? If you had a really intense purple, the white, and then the green. Yeah. Oh, love it. Well done if you got that. Now, next. I'm going to bring you the pearls that I showed you a little bit earlier on. Not the white pearls, they're coming up a little bit later. This is my metallic pearls. I love, this is it. They're really pretty. Now, they are actually graduated from 12mm right up to 16 by 17mm. I mean, that's massive. Normally, on average, when you're looking at the size of a pearl, they say a really good sized pearl is about 11mm. 16mm! Goodness me. Oi, oi, oi. They are amazing. I have just, you know, fell in love with that one and that one. The pinkier pearls. They are really beautiful, aren't they? They are big enough to not need more than one to be used. But, of course, if you want a completely luxurious design, whole strand. Whole strand. Oh, look at this golden one in the centre. Oh. Natural, of course, cultured. So that means the colour you're getting here, the sheen, this lustre that you're getting is completely natural in every single way, which is amazing. I mean, it's hard enough to know what kind of colours are going to come out of a pearl, let alone if it's going to be a metallic sheen that you get. So that is just fabulous. It's a very special strand. It will be considered. There is only 10 of them remaining. It is worth that consideration because you only need one. This is what it should be going at. Can I just point out, we're not going to be giving it to you at that price today. We're actually going to match the lowest price it's been to, which is £69.95. If you see it, you like it, you love it, grab it. You've got that 30-day money-back guarantee. If you've never seen metallic pearls before, get them home, have a look at them. If you don't love them for any reason whatsoever, send them back. Send them back. How much would you charge for one pearl?
Just one pearl on a sterling silver head pin onto a chain. And I would probably use one of the sort of more substantial chains that we have just to balance the size of that pearl. You would be looking at £50 as a start price, I think, for just one as a start price. But that's including, obviously, a substantial chain with that. But then our chains are, what, less than £10 now for one of those chains. So you take that into consideration. But yeah, as a start price, I would probably say around about that because they are a substantial size, aren't they?
I mean, how would you set this as a ring? Would you set it really, really proud?
Yeah, if you were going to set it as a ring, I would probably set it the way that you've got it there, like that. And you would have to sort of frame some wire around it. You've got a couple of ways you could do it. You could have the like some wire kind of nested around it almost, so it's almost set. Or again, if you wanted to do a little bit of wire weaving, so you could do like a woven ring shank and then do a couple of strips of weaving and just almost have that wrapped around the edging of it, because it would want to hide where the wire goes through the gemstone. Yeah. So I'd probably have just like some figure of 8 wire wrapped around it.
I'm now thinking if you had one of the... Oh, why can I not think of a name? Just the ring setting, the ring shank itself, the sterling silver shanks, we've done them before. And then put some cerulean in that.
Yeah.
If you can get it deep enough and really just...
So do you mean like the ones that are almost like for the half-drilled gemstones?
No, I was thinking more of the ones that you would use for the cerulean, so it's already got the base and the... Oh, there's only 5 chances remaining, by the way. Sorry about that. But do build it up and make it really almost like a castle piece.
Or if you did have the ones for the half-drilled gemstones that we used to do, you could put that on there and then pop one of the head pins, just cut it and glue it into the top, so it looks like it's completely set.
Brilliant.
Does that make sense?
It's a really nice idea with if you have the earring, you know, the ones that have the little post in, and then you've got another post that drops into the top of the gemstone and has a star on the top. If you had that, so it's sitting with a ring with a little star on the top.
Yeah.
That'd be cute. How many is on the strand has been asked? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22. How much is that per pearl? £3.18 per pearl. £3.18 per pearl.
But imagine making a pair of earrings out of those. I mean, it's a statement, but that's what it's about at the moment. Sort of, and because
it's a big thing, isn't it? The statement earrings are
but
massive.
They're not going to be that weighty, are they? Because of the fact that they are the pearls. They're not going to have. They're going to have that impact of look, but they're not going to be too much for you to wear.
Yeah. There's so many things you could do with them. That's the thing. 22 of them. If you were looking at, I mean, you were saying what, about £50 per.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's including the chain and the head pin, but that would be sort of a nice start because, to me, if you were to do it for less than that, you're going to be underselling it. Yeah. Because that's a sizable pearl. Yeah. And it absolutely is. Yeah, you'd be thinking, well, why is that? Even that, as a start price, you'd be thinking. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I would be thinking, if I saw a pearl that size, I mean, if you walked into a shop, you'd be looking at a lot more than that.
I mean, with one ring, I'd be looking at sort of like £20.
But also, if you can't quite reach that sort of, because it is obviously it's a little bit of a higher price. It's like I could say to you, right then, Lara, get those, and we'll go halves. There's 22, so that's 11 each.
Strand buddies.
Yeah. Strand buddies. But you know, if you think, well, I love them, I don't necessarily want the whole strand. I'm only going to use them individually. Yeah. You know, see if somebody will go half with you, and then you can just split them, and you've still got 11. It's still a sizable
massive amount. 11's a massive amount. Love it. Hold those lines, my lovelies. Major congratulations if you got them. Major congratulations. Amanda, well done to you. Bev, well done to you. Collector in Middlesex, collector in London. Helen, well done. Beverly, well done to you, my darling, in Oxfordshire. Deborah, well done to you. Well done to Catherine as well. It's amazing, a gorgeous strand. There's one chance remaining, so I'll leave that there with you. Good luck, my lovely. Now, I'm going to bring you some near rounds. There's only 8 chances of these left. These are beautiful. So we're looking more at sort of peachy pearls in this one. So it's multicolours. They are so bright, but they're a soft pastel peach. Gorgeous. You are still getting your sort of lavender pearls coming through there as well, and your cream pearls also. But look how many of those peach ones you're getting on there, which is really lovely to see. It's not very often. It's more pinky pearls, isn't it, we see these days. But to get those peaches, oh, love it. Now, 8 chances remain on this one. It should be £26.45. We're taking it less than 20. Less than 20 for the last 8 chances. See it, like it, love it, want it, grab it. Restrand. Knot it. That'll stretch it quite a way. I mean, it's 38 centimetre strand on its own. Yeah. Which is brilliant.
I just think it looks pretty just like that. I would want to just restrand that and just pop a lovely clasp on it. Maybe have it so you've got a really lovely detailed clasp, and have that sort of like a toggle clasp, something like that, like one of the cubic zirconia ones that we do, and have that as the front feature.
I'm chuckling at the moment because in my ear, Phil is going, oh, no, I've just dropped it a little bit further than I should have done by 50 pence more. Apparently, he wasn't supposed to take it to the £18.95, and the computer was complaining about it, so he pressed the button, and then he tried something else and ended up taking an extra 50p off. Oh, well, never mind. We can't change it now. It's on there. Done. It's on there. Right, what can I bring to you next? How about some lapis? lazuli. Bars are brilliant. They are fabulous, aren't they? Because you can quite happily use one of them as a pendant for a gentleman, or if you wanted the most elaborate necklace, just restrand it, put some spacers in between, done. Absolutely. Mike's just said he'd like it to see, he would like to see it as a ring. There you go. This gemstone I adore. So we can all associate with Egypt, don't we? But if you look further back than Egypt, there was the Sumerians, and the Sumerians actually supposedly had a trade route for this gemstone way before the Egyptians did. So it's one of those gemstones that goes back further than we even realise. I mean, that's something really impressive. This stone has been coveted and loved by civilization for not just centuries, but eons and eons and long time.
I mean, the thing is, it's becoming more recognised because colours are actually starting to be named after lapis.
Yep.
They're being referred to, you know, for example, there's a mascara that's out that is called Lapis Blue. So people are starting to recognise the colour as an actual colour. What?
I'm afraid computer says no.
The computer says no.
Computer says no. I'm sorry about that. If we can bring it to you, we will. Sorry for interrupting you on that one, my lovely.
Right.
I'm going to bring you the Amazonite ones instead. Question is, can we do this? Yes. Okay. This particular set of bars is going to fly out for a start, but if you're looking at maybe getting the larimar later on, these two were made for each other. Take a look at those two together. Now, are you ready? All of these Amazonites, 21 chances. Lowest price you will ever see it to date. Less than £10. Go, 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 go. Get it in your basket. Check your basket out. That is amazing.
I love the fact that you can see the sort of the internalness of the gemstones. That makes sense. You can see. It's a new word I've just made up. I can't think of it. I'm sure there's a proper word for it.
It's because you put the knife through your finger, isn't it?
Well, I think it makes sense.
No, it does make sense.
But you can see how that gemstone, you know, you know what I'm trying to say.
The thing about the gemstone, this particular one, is it looks like the sea. You've got those rivulets running through. You've got those the veins running through it. You've got that fantastic quality. You can see how it formed, I think, is what you were
trying to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, well.
I love you. You are brilliant.
In my head, it made sense.
It always does in mine as well, and then everyone looks at you blankly.
Don't say anything.
Got a message come through for Laura from Susan. Hello, ladies. I am left-handed and really struggle to use the Viking knit tool. Do you have any tips? From Susan.
I would just say try going, I know it sounds a bit, but try going sort of in a different direction. So if I'm right-handed and I go, sort of go that way, go in the opposite direction, go in a way that works comfortably for you. I'll have a little think when we're doing a demo.
Anti-clockwise?
Yeah.
Instead of clockwise?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm confused.
Yeah, that's what I mean, because when we do the demonstration, I'll have a little think.
Phil is now asking, can you do it upside down?
No, I'll explain. So basically, because we're going to ignore, yeah. So basically, when I'm, for example, I've got the Viking knit now. So
I've just got visions of people hanging from the ceiling.
I turn the tool. So when I'm doing the next stitch, I turn the tool clockwise. Yeah, so I rotate it clockwise. So I would say go anti-clockwise. Yeah, go in the opposite direction. So instead of going that way, go that way. Have a go and let me know. It's right. Unless you're doing a Viking, it doesn't make sense.
No, but I'm just wondering. Okay, yeah.
You know.
Oh, so sorry.
I think that, let me know if that works. So that, if you're doing Viking knit and you know how to do Viking knit, it will make sense what I've just said.
Good. So I haven't got a clue. I love you. You're amazing. I've got some amethyst rounds for you now. Really cute, really sweet, 4mm rounds. At least you didn't suggest doing it from the ceiling or upside down.
Upside down, or
apparently not from the ceiling. It's just the tool upside down.
Yeah.
Susan, just keep watching. Next hour it will all
have
be
a go.
explained.
Have a go at doing it in the opposite direction and let me know. But I'll have a think as well. But to me, that's what would make sense.
Can anyone do it with their feet?
Oh, see, why? Should have just stayed at home. Should have just stayed at home.
Well, you're with me. Deborah's messaged in, hello, brother. If you're left-handed like Susan, having taught hairdressing to some left-handers, watch any demonstrations through a mirror. It works. That's brilliant. Thank you, my lovely. Yeah. That's a really good...
Better than your suggestion, fusing your feet.
I didn't suggest people. No, I didn't suggest people use their feet. I just wondered if there was if anybody could use their feet. People can draw pictures with their feet, can't they? I can pick things up with my toes.
That's a lovely strand.
The strand we're looking at right now, £3.95. Whether you pick it up with your fingers or your toes, that price is not to be missed. We are looking at 4mm. 2 to 4mm graduated, so we've got beautiful little babble ones at the bottom, right up through to 4mm in total. Yeah, they are really beautiful, really beautiful. I'm thinking a stacker bracelet. I'm thinking bracelets all the way.
Yep, and also with Viking knitting, it's lovely to add into the Viking knit as well. So
with your toes. No, you can actually incorporate it into the Viking knit. You're
not sorry.
No.
I've got some samples as well as previous things that I've made where you can actually put the gemstones inside the Viking knit itself, or you can actually add it along with the stitching. So they would be ideal for that. And again, if you added it with the copper or something like that, it would really look as a lovely contrast.
Because you've got the tool, is it difficult to actually incorporate? Okay, well.
Nope.
Well. Right, they're going to go, 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 so I'm going to bring you the Star by Amethyst. Talking about green gemstones again, and everything has its own sort of tone and saturation. Iolite or green amethyst absolutely does. The closest thing you're going to get to this gemstone is a fluorite, but even then you're not getting the same glow, because with a fluorite it's a softer, it's almost like a diffused light with a fluorite. Fluorite tends to diffuse the light and it becomes a soft glow, whereas with an amethyst, which is a quartz, it amplifies the light. So if you want the crispest, most brilliant, bright light coming out of a gemstone, you want to go for your quartz. And this is just magical. If you combine this with fluorite, imagine that look. It's almost like frosted and then bright, frosted, bright. It'd be brilliant. So you are looking at 65 carats of the most beautiful graduated faceted rice beads, 8x4 to 13x5mm. And I've got to say, they are absolutely exquisite. If you look at, first of all, they have chosen some of the cleanest, most eye-catching, eye-clean gemstones. I'm looking at these and I'm expecting to see lots and lots and lots of inclusions. Quartz generally does. It's only when you get the really fine quality that you get the brightness and that incredible, not viscosity, that's not the word, diaphaneity. So you're not getting anything interfering. Often with quartzes you get what's known as clouds in there or feather fractures, but they're so beautiful. You might see the odd little bit of graining, but that's it. They are absolutely incredible. They are just gorgeous. Should be £10. Can I just say, this is going to end up selling out. When you see the last 45 chances are going at this next prize, that's it, 45 chances. Just keep watching. Keep watching. £6.95. If you haven't opened an order already, open that order. Because it's £6.95. Oh my goodness me!
It's one of my favourite gemstones.
I know, it's gorgeous though, isn't it?
I love that gemstone. I love that cut. I just think that's such a beautiful strand. Again, imagine that with the pearls. Imagine that on its own. I just love that strand.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I think it's beautiful. I love the colour. And I don't wear purple very well. So for me, amethyst, I like the sort of more lavender version, a slightly more diluted shade, because the classic amethyst is a bit too bold for me and it just doesn't suit me. So for me, that's a beautiful alternative for the gemstone of February. Absolutely,
absolutely. Got a massage come through from Ross. Hello, darling. Hello. Does green amethyst grow in geodes? I'm assuming, I don't know actually, but I'm assuming it would, because with it being a quartz, it should grow technically in the same way as a normal amethyst. Might be pectolite though, I'm not quite sure. It is Brazilian, so the high likelihood is it's more likely to be a geode than a pectolite. There we are. Have a look. I do not know the exact answer, but I would suspect it would be geode based on the location. Oh, have you? Yeah. Phil's just found a picture. Yes, they do, geodes. There you go. Sue has also massaged in. Lara, never become a counsellor. Do you know, that was one of my career choices at one point. There might be a reason why I'm not.
I think you made a good choice with what you've done.
Okay. Is it the foot comment?
Slightly haunting, yeah, but...
I don't even like feet.
No.
Yeah. Moving on from that. Sue, thank you, my lovely. Oh dear. Sue, in regards to your next question, that I don't think we have a chance to bring to the screen. It's a very social gemstone. It's a very well-loved gemstone. Right, well done to every single one of you. We are moving on from this one very, very quickly. Don't go anywhere, because we have got the kit with the Viking knit coming up. It's going to be brilliant. So, goodness me. Now, whether you do it left-handed or whether you do it right-handed, I'm sure we're going to make sense at some point, and I'm going to have a go as well. So sit back, relax, get yourself a brew, and we shall be back with Viking knit in 2.
Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, themed shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Did you know that when you book a Jewellery Maker workshop, you're given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Buying with JewelleryMaker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. JewelleryMaker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs. Our JewelleryMaker community is a fantastic platform to share, learn, chat and make new friends. So why not like our Facebook page and join over 64,000 like-minded people. Getting started with JewelleryMaker couldn't be easier. When you spend $4.95 with us, you'll get a free welcome pack which contains everything you need to get started, including step-by-step project cards and a DVD which will give you the chance to be able to create an arrangement of different items of jewellery. You'll also get a manual which will help to familiarise you with all the items you're going to be creating and all the tools you're going to need to do so. Plus you'll also get a free pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. Getting started with JewelleryMaker couldn't be easier, so why not give it a go today?
Tourmaline. It's an amazing gemstone. It's a gemstone that has been known in history. This is the theory. I say theory, it's not really a theory. The mythology behind it is that it passed through the rainbow as it descended to Earth. And I think that is one of the most beautiful ways of describing a colourful gemstone. The fact that it just passed through a rainbow. How beautiful is that?
Well, it's just made me fall in love with it a little bit more.
There are so many different colours that you get in Tourmaline. And some of the most famous gemstones in the world are actually Tourmaline. So you think about your Iolite, the deep, rich blue, that's a Tourmaline. You think about your Peridot, that gorgeous, bright, sort of not neon, but like a turquoisey blue, that's a Tourmaline. Some of the most beautiful pink gemstones are pink tourmalines. Think of your rich rubelites. It is a brilliant gemstone, and often people just think of it as a green gemstone. Well, it's not. It's so many different colours. You have watermelon tourmalines, you have bicoloured tourmalines, you have so many different varieties. It is amazing. And we're about to give you a really long strand with a really good selection of colours of tourmaline, including yellows, oranges, greens, pinks. What? Apologies for that what then. Just in my ear at that exact moment, Phil just told me the price. 52 carats, 30 centimetres. We have got 60 and that is it. Which means that price point that you're seeing on your screen right now is ridiculous. That's bananas. That is absolutely bananas. Well, he's been on holiday. He's come back. He's trashed the price again. £7.95 for a strand like that. Look at the size of the strand. Just look how long that strand is.
That's awesome, isn't it? I need that.
That's a long length necklace. Yeah. Restrand it, have done.
Definitely. I just think that's beautiful. And I love the fact that it's quite sort of, it's not too sparkly. It's got a lovely depth of colour to it.
They are amazing. I'm just looking at your earrings right now. You've used the skulls, the crown skulls.
Yep.
And what's the stone you've got on that one?
I think it's labradorite.
Oh, beautiful.
It's a little labradorite.
Transfer the labradorite
and a couple
into
of those.
one of these, or even a couple, yeah. In fact, if you split down the pinks to the purples, I know you've got sort of the greeny labradorite. I don't know if we can take a quick look.
I'll just see if I can show you. not the prettiest, but...
There we are, look. How gorgeous is that? Now you think about a strip of these tourmalines instead of the labradorite.
You could do multicolour though, you could do a little rainbow strip.
Oh.
So you could just, on a little head pin, you could just have one of all the colours.
I want unicorns at the top now.
I don't know, I can do skulls.
You can do skulls, not
I can't
unicorns.
do unicorns, just not yet.
Oh dear, oh dear. But you've got so many different colours to choose from. They are fabulous. It's a massive strand, and there's a massive amount up beyond those phone lines. I don't blame you, it's brilliant. Philippa, well done, my darling, and well done to you. Rosemary, well done to you as well. You got 2 of those. Sandra, well done. Paula, well done. Wanda, well done. Collector in London, well done. Well done, well done. Look at the yellows. Whoa, loving a bit of yellow there. That's one colour you don't tend to see very often in tourmaline.
No. I was just reading then, obviously, that they're faceted, but what I like about them is that they're not too sparkly faceted.
No.
They've got like that kind of, it gives a little bit of a sparkle, but not full on.
Tourmalines don't generally have, I mean, Peridot does, it has an amazing sparkle, but on the whole, because of the depth of the colour a tourmaline holds, you often don't get as much of a sparkle with a tourmaline. But they are a gorgeous gemstone. Beautiful, with the pinks would look really nice with the Morganite from earlier.
Yeah, they would.
Because they're slightly darker, aren't they?
And they would be good for unicorns for, because I did, you missed a show the other week where I had unicorns. And I did unicorns, yeah. And they would be great as the sort of the unicorn's hair, mane, and the little
Missed the
unicorn
show with
horn.
the unicorns.
You did. You did. It was a late show as well. Sorry.
It's all right. I forgive you. But then there is such an amazing amount of colour in there. And again, it's quite a unisex strand as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
The greens and then the oranges, because in some of these, the oranges are quite, they're almost, I don't want to say khaki, because khaki's a green colour, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all olivey.
Yes, olive, that's perfect. Perfect description. An olivey colour. Gorgeous olivey colour. Pop them with emeralds, pop them with, in fact, even with labradorite, it looked fantastic with labradorite. Yeah, massive strand, massive opportunity. Good luck. Good luck. Half the stock has now been allocated. Could just, literally just...
Let me show you a unicorn.
Yeah.
I can let me show you how that would look lovely. And with, this is a commission for somebody, but there's the little unicorn just there. So
yeah, you had those gemstones in.
Add those in down here for his hair. They would look beautiful, wouldn't they?
Can I just put the strand next to it?
Can you see? Give him a lovely multicoloured hair.
Yeah.
Be lovely.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, there's now an argument going on back there about unicorns and why people think they're cute. Because apparently the horn is there for a defence or attack.
No,
not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Well, if you look at a narwhal, yeah, I suppose that, yeah. But that's also for breaking the ice, isn't it, the narwhal's tusk?
But unicorns are actually magical.
Yes, it's a magic horn, and it touches you on the head and turns you into a fairy princess. Don't they like...
Why did we start? How is this conversation going? What's
no
happening?
idea. No idea. The magic of the tourmaline. Well done. There is now a handful of those remaining, so if you do want to get them, check those baskets out. Moving swiftly on from the topic of unicorns and going to Vikings now, because that makes perfect sense. So we're going to move on to Viking knit. So, which one shall I start with? Shall I start with the Lazy Daisy with the 3 wires? So, move this one out of the way. Lazy Daisy is the name of the tool. How easy or not, it looks like a knitting Nancy.
Yeah, okay.
Or a French knitting.
Yeah, so basically, here, I've got one here, so you don't have to get that one out. So basically, we've got both the Lazy Daisy tools on the show tonight, which is great. Because they are both, sorry, mine's still got bits of wire in the top. They're both brilliant to have. This one is good, I think, if you haven't done Viking knit before.
Yeah.
This is probably a better one to start with because it's got a larger diameter.
Okay.
So this is the 1/2 inch Lazy daisy, whereas the other one that we've got coming up in a kit is the 1/4 inch.
Okay.
So I'll just show you the difference because we have got both
wow.
the tools. You'll be able to see the difference. So obviously this one's the smaller tool, this is the 1/4 inch, and this one here is the 1/2 inch. And if I show you the top, you see this part here is the daisies, and they're removable. And this one's got 12 holes, and this one's got 6. So they are both different in their own right.
Yeah.
But as I said, as a starter, this is probably the better one to go for because you have a bigger diameter to work from, which means it gives you, it's easier for you to get used to the technique itself. It's a great tool. It just creates different looks, and it does make Viking knitting so much easier. You know, it's compact, and it does everything for you. You have holes here, which you will use to start your wire, and then also to add your wire in. And you don't have to do anything. It's already made. I mean, there are ways of doing Viking knitting, sort of handmade, homemade. You can make a tool yourself, but you have to you actually have to create the tool. You have to do certain parts before you can even start the knit itself. Whereas here, it's everything you need. So it's great.
That's brilliant.
You also get like a cone at the end for you to be able to do like it's almost like a wax Y cone.
Yeah.
So it enables you to do like the end caps to go on the piece.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So it sounds a great little tool.
Right. So we have got this for you here right now. It's the 1/2 inch in diameter. And you're also getting wire in this as well. So the wire you're looking at is the champagne gold-plated copper wire and also rose gold-plated copper wire. So you will, and silver. So you are looking at 50 metres of each. So 50 metres of the 0.4 in the champagne gold coloured, and you're looking at 50 metres in the 0.4 in the silver plated round, and then you're also looking at 50 metres in the rose gold plated copper wire again in 0.4. All for just £27.95.
That's an awesome price.
That's 150 metres.
That piece that you just showed then has been done using this whole set. So basically using this tool and using all 3 of those colours to create that one really sort of chunky, it's a single knit, but because I've used 3 pieces of wire in different colours, it's quite a substantial piece, so you wouldn't need to add anything to it. It's just a really lovely chunky kind of necklace. And I've still got tons of wire left as well.
Do you know what it works out at? 19 pence per metre, and then you get a free tool thrown in.
And it's great for a starter kit as well. It's absolutely brilliant as a starter kit. So to be able to get that tool and to have all of that wire as well is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, it is 50 metres a spool there, so it's 150 metres of wire in total, and then you're getting the tool as well. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That is everything you could possibly want to do the Viking knit, and just think how many different colourways you can work with and different designs you can work with.
There's so much you can do with these tools, and as I said, if you've got the smaller tool and you think, well, I've already got one tool, it's definitely worth, if you can, getting both the tools, because I'll try and do a little section on both tools to show you the difference, but basically, because obviously of the diameter on the larger tool, what will happen is you have that piece there that you're being shown right now. The silver on the outside is a Viking knit done on the larger tool, and then the gold inside was done on the smaller tool.
So how have you got the two together then?
So you put one inside the other, and then you just draw them through. Yeah, but you can you see the difference? You could see then on that close up the difference in the actual. See the silver is more open. It's a lot more open, where the gold is more condensed because the rungs are. And I'll explain this in a moment, what I mean by the rungs. But when it goes from each loop to loop, if I can just show you on the back of here. Oh, it doesn't have it on there. Sorry.
Does it have it on this one? No, it is inside.
Sorry, I'll show you in a moment. But
no, okay.
But it has, basically it's what we call the rungs, and obviously if they're longer, then the whole piece is going to become more open looking, whereas obviously if they're on this tool, they're going to be shorter, which means that it's going to be more condensed looking.
So it's like knitting, it's just
just
but
different.
Not. There we are, thank you very much. So Already, lots of you there. Bertha, well done, my darling. Philippa, well done. David and Christine, well done to you too. Fiona, well done. Anne-Marie, Amanda, Hazel, Jackie, lots of you coming in for this one. It's fabulous because it is everything you could possibly need. I mean, 150 metres of wire. And you don't just have to use that with this particular device either, because 0.4 is your incredible average weaving length.
Great for your channel setting.
Yeah, thanks. I'm sure I used it. I'm sure I used it.
I can't imagine that you would have done channel setting with 0.8.
I don't know if I got 0.6 though. I might have done 0.8. Now I'm going to leave this to one side for a moment because I have got another kit for you. This is the Lazy Daisy Viking Knit Kit, or the Viking Knit Wire Weaving Toolkit. And it incorporates pretty much everything that you could possibly need. Can I open this, or have we got one that's already open?
Mine's already open. You're welcome to.
My finger stuck.
Use mine.
Thank you, sweetheart. So you are looking at wire knot, a little carry pouch. That's cute. You're looking at, now this is a drawing device, isn't it, to draw it through?
Yeah. So you actually, because when you take the knit off of the actual tools, they'll come off quite mechanical looking.
Yeah.
And then you can draw them through here and reduce it. So this is incorporated for the larger tool as well. So the knit that comes off the larger tool will be that top size. So you can use both tools, and then you just draw it down through each size. That's the conditioning cloth. So you just put your Viking knit in the, So basically, what that does is it just warms and conditions the knit.
That's really soft.
Yeah, so you'll take your knit and then just sort of roll it in the conditioning cloth. It just softens it, warms the metal up, then you draw it through the draw plate.
That's
so you
brilliant.
do that before you draw it.
The reason she said no is because I went to open it again because it's so thick. It is so thick and so soft that I thought it was folded over again, but it's not.
No.
It is beautiful. That's just really lovely. It's like a fleece. It's beautiful. So you're getting all of that, and you're getting...
So you get clippers.
Nail clippers?
So basically, the premise is that this is everything that you need. So basically, you use that to cut your wire.
That's brilliant.
And that's all it's for. And also it comes with a little tiny pin.
Yeah.
And that draw pin, and I will show what this is for, but it's basically to lift the knit if it gets a little bit too tight. So when you're doing a knit, so you just place it under the actual, and then you just lift, and what that does is it takes that loop and brings it up a little bit for you to then be able to bring your wire nice and easily behind it.
Now I've got a really important question. Would you agree with me if I said this was a tool?
Yeah, it's a tool.
And my next hour is a clearance hour for tools.
It is.
So shall we do this at the lowest price ever? It should be £48.95. We should be doing the tool clearance in the next hour, but what the hey, why not? Let's drop that price now. Let's bring you this at the lowest ever price. £37.95, and it's yours.
That's a brilliant price. And also, have you mentioned...
Oh yeah, no, I didn't mention that.
40 feet. I'm not sure how much that is.
Well, I'm 5'2", so that gives you an idea.
Lots of Laras.
Lots of me's. You're looking at 12.2 metres of your copper
and
wire.
I think that's probably around about a 0.6. Let me have a quick look. I don't know, it's 0.4. I always think it's 0.4, 20 is a 0.8, and then it goes down. So if it's 20, so 22 would be about a point. So it's about 0.4.
Yeah.
It's about 0.4, 0.5, 0.4, because it's slightly different in the gauges.
I love how they just spring out.
Surprise.
There we are. So you're getting the wire as well in that one, which is 12 metres, I think we worked out, wasn't it? 12 point something metres?
Yep.
12.2 metres. And of course you get a little carry case as well, which will be able to put everything
including the larger
in.
tool.
Including the larger tool as well. Where's the larger? Oh, you're using the larger tool. So you will get the tool with it as well. There we are. Brilliant. £37.95. Phenomenal. Now let me bring you... I'm going to give you this back as this is yours.
Thank you.
Sorry, I've just dismantled it.
Fine, it's all good.
Put it all together. Next up, we are looking at extra wire. We are looking at gems. We are looking at gorgeous garnet. That's almost metallic. Goodness me, that is almost metallic. So you are looking at beautiful rounds. Just take a look at the sheen on this because it is stunning. Absolutely stunning. You're looking at 110 carats and they are in 6 mils. It's a 38 centimetre strand. You are also getting beautiful emeralds. Again, that is that's a 31 centimetre strand. And again, it is 4 mil rounds on that one, so it's 6 mil on the garnet. And finally, we've got moonstone. And the moonstone strand length is 29 centimetres, and they are 4 mil in size. Oh, hello, moonstone. This is gorgeous. Now, on top of the gemstones, you are then also getting 3 spools of wire. You're getting 10 metres of the gold-coloured silver-plated copper wire in 0.8. You are also getting 50 metres of the gold-plated 0.4 wire. And you're getting... Which ones have I just said then? 0.8, 0.4, and you've got a final wire, which is... 4 metres of 1 mil. So you're getting a whole lot of bang for your buck there. All of this is going to less than £20. Less than £20. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. So 4 metres of 1 mil, you're getting 50 metres, did I say 50 metres of 0.4, and you're getting as well on top of that 10 metres of the 0.8, and then you're getting a strand of emeralds, and then you're getting a strand of moonstone, and then you're getting a strand of garnet as well for £20. That's ridiculous.
It's great, and I mean they are absolutely perfect as a addition to the Viking knit, because as you can see, you know, you can put them, you can stitch them in. I've kind of put them as an edging around the centre.
I love the bracelet.
On this particular piece here, I've just kind of stitched them into the actual main necklace. I've stitched it into the bracelet, and I've actually incorporated it into the knit of the sort of the copper necklace. I've actually added all of the garnet into the centre. And made that a focal within that piece. You know, there are many other options that you can do. You can actually put it inside a Viking knit as well, which means that then the Viking knit almost encases the gemstones. You can add it in. I've got this is a piece that I've made in a previous show. And you can see these are slightly smaller, but when you dot them about, how they kind of go inside. So with the moonstone, can you imagine if you stitch them into, say, the copper wire, and then they just push inside as you draw the plate, the knit itself, so you can see how they sit inside suspended.
Yeah, that's really lovely.
So, you know, there's so much, and this is why I said this is lovely, because it's ideal. They're rounds, they're going to go on all the wires, the 1.4 wires, and the garnet in that copper one, as I said to Phil earlier, you feel the weight, and it feels really fluid as well. It's got a lovely sort of weight to it. So, you know, it's just a lovely, lovely add-on kit.
Oh, it's fantastic price. I'd expect really to be getting just 2 strands of your gemstones for that.
Yeah.
If that. So, my lovely.
Okay.
Are you going to show us how to Viking knit?
I am. Okay, so would you like to have a go?
Yes. Not that I was waiting for that at all.
Okay, I've got a piece here that I've already started on the larger tool just so that I can...
you know it's going to end up a mess if I do it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking about taking this off so that you can use the larger tool, which is a great thing about using these tools. So basically, I'm going to do a Viking knit on a smaller tool just for you to see the difference, how it looks when it comes off. So if I just explain quickly, you've got columns, which are the loops, and on this one, this is a 4 knit loop.
Okay.
4 loop knit. So there are 4 columns, and you can see across here. This is what we call the rungs, because if you look at it, it does look like a ladder rung. Yeah. And then obviously you have rows, which is just how many there are, which only becomes relevant when you start doing something like a double knit or a triple knit, because you have to kind of go up a couple of rungs, so you count 1, 2 rungs. Yeah. Okay, so that's how it's going to look. Now, to be able to remove it from the actual tool, the best thing I find is to push the daisy section down, and you can see how all of the loops have raised. Okay.
Would you not? You won't be able to put that back on though, will you?
Oh, you will.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm going to explain. So you can see here, and so the loops have raised up a little bit, so you can see it there. And you just take your cutters. It's fine. These are no blind in here. Just cut that, and then remove the daisy, and then you can give that a little shake. And what you'll see is that there is one little wire tail just here. And that is all that you want, is one little wire, okay? If there's more, then give it another little shake, because that there will... Okay, so basically, the reason that there's one wire, because obviously you started this with one wire, so there shouldn't be more than one wire there, it should only be one wire. So that wire we'll deal with a little bit later on, but what I do, so that you don't stab yourself or anything like that, is I tend to just...
Yeah, not again.
It wouldn't be as painful as the knife, I know that. Just going to roll with my round nose pliers, and I just
roll with it.
Roll in that around one of those loops. If I show you up close now, it's just been rolled. So basically what that's done, can you see that just there? So it's just wrapped just up there. And what that's done is taken away that sharp edge, so you're not going to... If you do that straight away, then you're not going to pick it up and forget about it.
And stab yourself again.
And stab yourself, because I don't recommend that. So what you'll find is, as long as I don't draw this through, then it will go straight back on the tool.
Brilliant.
And it doesn't need to be reattached. It doesn't need to be reattached to the daisy because it's already been done. So what's great is that you can start projects, and if I thought, well, actually I want to do a double knit Viking chain quickly, I can take that off and then put it back on.
Brilliant.
Okay, so I'll put that to one side because I'll use that to show you how to add wire, which is another thing that you'll need to know.
Okay.
So basically, I would advise moving all your tools, because the wire likes to wrap itself around all your tools.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you on the smaller tool. And as I've already explained about the daisies, in the actual instructions you will find like a layout, but basically whatever number of loops that you want to do. So say I wanted to do a 4 loop knit on this one, I would just go 1, 2, skip 1, 1, 2, skip 1. And on the larger tool, then you would just divide it by 12 by 3 if you want to do a 3 loop, or 4 if you want to do a 4 loop. But there are layouts within the pattern as well, within the tools. It just gives you little advice. Okay. So, I mean, you can even do a 2 knit loop if you wanted to, and add in beads either side. So when you actually sort of stretch the knit out, it looks like it's been crocheted. And for someone like me who can't crochet, it's great because it looks like it's been crocheted.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is start off by giving you some wire.
Yay.
And now I would say just take a comfortable working length when you're starting out.
Got a message come through as well. Wendy says, hi girls, great show, but I'm really confused about the last Lazy Daisy kit. Do you get the large tool in that, Wendy? Yes. Yes. The reason there was confusion on the last Lazy Daisy kit is because I couldn't get into the actual Lazy Daisy kit, so I borrowed Laura's Lazy Daisy kit.
You get this one. You
get the small one.
You get the smaller tool. So the smaller tool comes with the case, the drawer plate, the conditioning cloth, the extra wire, and the pin and cutters.
Apologies for that, yes.
So, okay. Yeah. So, basically, what I'm going to do is I tend to find the easiest way to do this with regards to how much wire you actually want to use. One is how comfortable you feel with long lengths of wire. I just hit myself in the face there.
No, that was me.
Was it you? Yeah. This is revenge. You've been dying to do this, haven't you? I shall get you. So basically, you have to add in wire to get to your certain length. So it depends how... I don't particularly like adding wire in myself. I just find it a little bit of a hassle, but you do have to do that. So I try to minimise how many times I have to add in, so I will use longer lengths. But obviously the shorter the length of wire, the easier it is because you're not fighting so much wire.
Okay.
So I would say practice, start off with shorter lengths and then get used to adding in, get used to the knit, and then as you get a bit more confident, use the longer lengths of wire so that you can reduce the amount of times you have to add in.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm going to take my wire and I'm going to take the daisy, which obviously is removable on both the tools. I'm going to take the wire and I'm going to feed it straight down through any hole of the daisy, it doesn't matter. And then on the tool itself, you'll have 2 holes, one that's slightly higher than the other, so you can see that it's angled. Now on yours, you have 2 sets of holes, and I'm not sure why. I'll be honest, I get asked this question a lot. I only ever stick to the top set.
One goes up and one goes down.
No, yeah, they're both the same, but you have 2 sets of the same hole. That's sort of staggered really. So the only thing I can think of is maybe if you wanted to use that as adding in, or if you wanted to use that for 2 different coloured wires, which you could do. You could alternate the colours, but I tend to just use the top set, okay, the set closest to the daisy. So I'm going to bring this wire down and I'm actually going to feed it straight through the higher hole so it goes down at an angle. And I'm going to just bend that and hold that nice and tight to the tool, and then bringing that nice and tight, I pop the daisy on. What that does is it just gives me a nice, tight sort of start to this really.
Okay.
Then what I want to do is sweep this wire around so that it goes into a loop. What you can also do is turn the daisy slightly so that you get that curve of a loop. Okay, now this is, we were talking about going left-handed and right-handed. For me, I will go round, I tend to turn the tool, I turn the tool, but my weave itself goes anti-clockwise.
Okay.
Okay, so my weave will go anti-clockwise, whereas if you're left-handed, you might want to go around in this direction. Okay?
I see.
I'll try and be left-handed, see if this works. Probably. What I do is I actually hold the wire or the first loop, and then I'm just going to bring that to control it. So when it turns around, you can see. Now there's a little indentation just here, and there's also the same on your tool there. Can you see the indentation?
Oh, yeah.
So this is kind of like a guideline for your starting loops. Now these are starting loops. They're not important if they look messy, because they're only going to get cut off. You saw me cut them a moment ago. They won't get cut. So use this as a little guide to just get the starting loops, okay? So what I then do is I then hold the loop I've just made, and I'm going to swoop that wire around so that I get my second loop, and then I turn my tool to bring it so that it's all facing me again. I put my thumb over the loop I've just made. Now I'm going to skip a hole because I'm doing a 4 loop, and I'm going to come up the next hole, keep that wire nice and straight, use that guideline, bring it around as a loop, and then again I'm going to turn that tool and put my thumb just on that previous loop. I just find this helps me. What I'll say is everybody, you find a way that works comfortably for you. This is just how I personally find it. So I'm just going to keep going around like that. So I've done my first row because I want to do 4 loops. Now this is quite important because what I have found is a lot of the time people will naturally want to continue going around. Now, the way to know that you've got your amount of loops that you want is if you look at the top, you'll see, let me see it on there, that there are 4 flashes of metal. So if I show you, you can see there are 4 flashes of metal. So that's my 4 loops done.
Because I've only got 3 loops, but then I've got 4 flashes of metal.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, because you're back to the beginning.
Right.
All right. So now I know I'm back to the beginning because I can see that there's one sort of empty space there, and then there's my first loop. So what I'm going to do now is start my first row. I'm going to do the exact same. I've got the exact same pattern. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this little pin just to lift that up. You can do that if you want. And then I'm going to take my wire, and what I'm doing again is I'm just holding this wire in place and control, and then I'm going to feed the wire behind that cross. So can you see the cross there?
I've not done that.
No, it's fine. You have. That's it. Let me show you. Actually, I'm going to show you what Lara's just done and explain. There's nothing wrong with what you've just done, because this is just the starters, what you've done is you have done the loops, but you need, can you see on this one where we haven't formed the loops? But can I show you how, all you have to do is just cross that white. It will still work because, you have a long piece of wire now. I can still go behind and form loops now. So can you see?
Yeah.
There you go. So you can see there, I've still forming a loop. So I'm not too worried that they've not formed the loops. What it is if I show you, you just turn it like that, you've got the loops.
Oh.
All it is you didn't swoop that way.
No.
So you need to
So is it when you're going over this bit, you're swooping over that little indent?
You're swooping around it to create that loop.
Right.
But even if you've done what Lara's done and you don't have that loop that's clear, it's fine because you can come in
and just pinch
that.
Brilliant.
And there's your loop. So it doesn't make that much of a difference. You're still able to do the next step. All right. Brilliant. So don't be put off by that and think, oh, I've done it wrong, because it's still fixable. So what I'm going to do now is show you, okay, so for me, I've got this facing me, it's got that loop, I'm controlling this, put my thumb there, and then I just put my thumb on that loop, and I'm turning that tool so that the next loop is in front of me. I bring my wire in, and then it goes behind that little cross, and I'm just letting it stop. Can you see I'm not pulling it too tight, I'm not putting too much tension to it, I've let it stop, and now I'm just going to gently pull it to form that loop. I'm going to turn the tool, secure that loop, the next loop's in front of me, and I can repeat that process. Turn the tool, and the next loop's there. So now I've done that first row, what I want to do now, and it is quite important, is I know I've done my first row because I'm back at my beginning. There's the hole that we've got the wire going through, and there's the wire going through that hole. So what I want to do is get rid of this wire now, and all that's going to do is get rid of this wire here at the back. The reason is it's not too important when you're doing it with a 0.4 wire, because 0.4 wire is obviously finer, so when you pull this daisy off, the wire will come out easily. However, if you go to a 0.6 or a 0.8 even, this is going to stick. Yeah. So if you continue stitching, what you're doing is locking this into the tool, and then you won't be able to remove it from the tool. Okay. So if you get into that habit of, what I'm going to show you now, I'm just going to turn it again very slightly, so that wire is nice and exposed. I'm going to cut that wire, turn it around, and that tail is just gone. And if you can get into that habit of doing that all the time, then you're never going to accidentally trap the wire. I've done it before, and it was very difficult to sort of remove the actual knit from the tool. So then you just continue going around, and the key to this is getting a natural tension. So what I would say is practice, and what you'll find is you'll get loops that are going to be too big, you'll get loops that will be really tight, and then all of a sudden it'll click and you'll find that natural tension. Can you see I'm just literally letting this stop. So I put that wire through, I'm just stopping naturally, and my loops are nice and consistent and are the same size. Now what can happen is sometimes if you go a little bit too quick or you don't focus too much on the loop shapes, you can find that the rungs will start to get into a funny shape. So you'll have some that will have a really big gap and some that will be too close together. There is a way to change that. If I put my wire through now and form this loop, if I pull it so that the loop goes at a slight angle in, can you see that the angle is going in a little bit as a strip? So if I show you here, can you see how it's turning in instead of going straight down? Okay, can you see what I mean? Just here. So it's facing towards, it's coming in as opposed to going straight down. If I did that, that would then set that new row coming in a little bit. And so what you can do is you can bring, if your row's going a little bit too wide, you can bring it back in. Okay, and once you start to, if you can catch that straight away, you'll be able to kind of catch any little mistakes, okay? So...
Can I bring some wire
you go
in?
for
So
it.
I've actually got some 0.8 white pastel coloured silver plated round copper wire, 10 metres of the 0.8. And we're going to do a ridiculous price on this one for you. So if you want to add this to the Lazy Daisy kit, £2.95 and it is yours. £2.95 and it is yours. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Love, love, love the fact we can do it at that price point. Gorgeous. It's all right, my lovely. Bit of a coughing fit there. Do you want some water?
No, I've got some. I'll get some in a minute. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do, super quick, how are you getting on?
I had a little problem.
Okay.
And that is, I've got a ridiculously annoying kink in my wire which keeps getting stuck.
That is a very valid point, because if you do have these little kinks in the wire and you don't stop them, and you'll see there how it's just kind of gone a bit jagged. We have some tools coming up a bit later on, I think.
There was a wire smoother earlier on today.
And that will help with that. The other thing that you can do is just take your, this is where it's very key that as soon as you notice these in your wire, you catch them and you straighten it. So now, just taking my pliers and just gently, and you've got another one there. Do you know what my daughter calls these? Cupcakes.
Cupcakes?
I've got cupcakes in the wire. The little dings, because we did a little tiara making party with her and her friends, and when they had that happen, they just decided to call it cupcakes.
Aww.
So there you go, and now you'll find that that will help. So that is a key point, because that if you have any kind of little kink, one, it will stop your gemstones going on, because obviously it's like a barrier, but also it will catch in your knit. And
it has distorted my knit.
Yeah, your knit will be fine though, but that's good actually for your first 2 rows. I'm impressed. So what I wanted to do quickly is I'm just going to show you the difference of the 2 tools and show you how they do benefit each other, and it's great to have this mix of colours and to really be able to sort of play around with them.
That's helped, thank you. Loads.
See?
So smooth now.
Okay, I'm going to remove this from the tool.
Oh, while you're doing that, I'm going to squeeze this one in.
Yeah.
100 metres of 0.4 in the white pastel coloured silver-plated round copper wire. 100 metres. When do we get to see 100 metres? Well, you're getting 100 metres of it now, Bambinos. All of that for £12.95. So if you want to knit and knit and knit...
Ideal for your Viking
knit.
knitting.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking for my unicorn designs.
Amazing. There is only 100 of these, I'm afraid, though, so grab them while you can.
And perfect combination, because was that 0.8 or 1 mil? Is that 1 mil?
That was the point. The 1 mil's coming up.
Oh, right.
I had the 0.8 before.
So you've got 1 mil coming up. Sorry, I'm a spoiler, but I've ruined it.
Spoiler
but what I'm going
alert.
to say is perfect combination.
Can I have your flat nose?
No.
Sorry.
So what I'm going to do quickly is just show you the comparison. So I've done the exact same technique using the 2 different tools. They're both a 4-loop single knit. Can you see the difference? So sorry about my lovely plaster. Can you see the difference in the actual knits? You can see the difference in the size of the rungs, and the look itself is completely different. But also, this is how we said you could do the 2 different. So you just place one inside the other, and then you get that effect.
I slapped the wire. So how do you add on?
So I'm going to just use this point to say that on the 9th of March, we're doing a Viking knit workshop. So if you're around, come in.
I think that might be a requirement.
But yeah, basically, so you can see the difference, and you can use a draw plate, but with the 0.4 you can also kind of reduce it as well using your hands, and you can see how that's now changed completely. It will also lengthen when you do this as well, because when you put it through the draw plate, obviously it's going to stretch it out, and it's so. My general rule is I tend to go around about. So say I was making a necklace, I tend to make it about 2 inches shorter than the length I actually want, because it does obviously come out quite a little bit different in the size. However, it also depends on how much you intend to reduce it, because the knit on the larger tool will reduce quite a lot more than the one on the smaller tool. Yeah. So they're just absolutely great, and you can just see how you can play around and have great fun with them.
And in the main kit you do get the smaller tool, and if you want the larger tool, that is the separate one that we showed you earlier on. Now, I'll bring the 1 mil wire to you, which is the 10 metres of 1 mil in white pastel coloured silver plated round copper wire. There we are. So I clearly work hardened my wire too much.
What happened, what Lara did was, because you didn't fix that sort of that little kink.
No, it properly.
Yeah, and because you kept pulling it through.
£6.95.
That's
lowest price ever is not £6.95, so we're going to drop it.
wow.
£3.95.
And as I said, perfect combination, having that 0.4 and that 1 mil.
Yeah.
It's a great combination. And
Yeah,
0.8 as well. Great combination. It's great if you do bridal.
Oh, yeah.
Do bridal designs, or if you're doing proms
Yeah.
or christenings, anything like that. It's great to have that sort of that white colour in there. But basically, the reason that Lara's wire snapped is because even though she got the kink in it, she didn't fix it straight away. And because you continued, and it's basically just broke it because it was just being jarred.
And on top of that, it had gone so tight that I couldn't undo the loop that had got there, and then I chumbled it.
Basically, if you get one of these in your wire, which you will, so I'll show you, and this is why Kayla calls it a cupcake, because it's like, I don't know, she's just quirky. So you can see it's like a tiny little kink here. So what you have to do is actually undo it. And then you'll still have that little kink.
Yep.
Then you come in with the nylon pliers, so you can straighten that. All right, so I'll just show you again super quickly. So if you get, this is what will happen a lot, you'll get these. Okay, and a lot of the time what people do is they try and straighten it out in this state. So they'll come along and try and pull that straight.
That's
you
what I
can, but that does result in that little sort of jagged kink, and that will most likely snap. The best way to fix it is to undo it. So if you see it like that, just go in and try and just gently straighten it out. Can you see straight away how much less damage that is?
Yeah.
Then you can straighten that out. I do try to just use my fingers to keep it, again, less stress on the wire, basically. Yeah. But your nylon pliers are going to be great for straight. I always call them my wire straighteners because they do exactly that, they straighten your wire.
We do have some nylon pliers coming up a bit later on, but they're very low quantity. Sue has messaged in to say, Lara DeLeuw. Yeah. Breaker of DeLeuw. Breaker of DeLeuw, very, very much so. Thank you for that.
But can you just show though what you've just done? Bear in mind, you've never done Viking knit before, have you?
I think I'm sure we've attempted it once.
Possibly.
Many eons ago, though. I'm talking years and years and years ago.
See, that's what Lara did. Now, to me, that's pretty good. Look at that. It's consistent. There's a little baby one there, but that's
Adam's
fine.
there going, it's a little bit...
I'm impressed.
I don't have my glasses on either, so that's...
Oh, that's super impressive.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you very much, my lovely, for that. What am I going to squeeze in? How about I bring to you some... You're going to let me choose? I'll let you choose then.
Ooh, what's my choice from over here?
Yeah.
I want the citrine.
Is it citrine? It absolutely is.
I've been looking at them, they caught my eye.
They are massive, that's why. Absolutely massive. So, normally when we see citrine, it's nuggets, isn't it? That's what we generally look for, or look at, should I say. Not today. Today you are getting mahoosive drops. I'm going to say mahoosive. Take a look at that. Biggest size is 14 by 8. 14 by 8. You can see that from a distance. Just wrap the top.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Have that as a drop on a necklace. That would be absolutely beautiful.
You're also getting the smallest size, which is not small at all, 9 by 5 mil. So 9 by 5, right up to that 14 by 8. It's a 17 centimetre strand, and there is 78 carats of this in total. It's a huge, huge strand. It's a luxurious quality, and it's not £20.95. No way. No way, Jose. You're looking at £12.95, which is brilliant.
And that centre one, that to me is a classic example of pure citrine. That is just...
The richer and deeper the citrine, the more desirable the citrine is. If you have a look at Madeira citrine, that is almost a brown colour. It's so sumptuous. I mean, this is beautiful, isn't it?
Stunning. That's my kind of strand. I love strands like this. I love keeping it simple, like you say. I mean, the wires that we've had today, the copper wire, the 0.4 copper wire, the gold, champagne gold, the yellow gold.
Yeah.
All of that's going to look, even the silver. I always tend to go for the warmer colours, but the silver, you can see there, the silver sort of spaces are going to look beautiful as well. Just briolet wrapping the top of them, keeping it plain, doing a little cap. You can do anything.
There's some fantastic silver spaces earlier on, and we do have some pear-shaped ones coming up later. We do have the pear-shaped ones coming up later as well, which are gorgeous. Now, next up, I'm going to bring to you the popcorn chain slider bracelet with a heart.
I love these.
Mother's Day. No, I don't think he'll be watching, but, you know.
It's worth a try.
Mother's Day.
Worth a try.
Phil's saying, I thought he had a daughter. My daughter does not yet have a bank account, nor does she have access to funds to buy something for me for Mother's Day, considering she's 1.
What you've got to do is...
Apparently that's no excuse.
What you've got to do is say in front of your husband, you've got to say, oh, Mummy would really, really love this for Mother's Day, wouldn't I? And then you're telling her so she can tell it.
I like that idea. She's at the point of walking.
Oh.
She's on that.
Fun times.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I have a very cool soft play right down the road from me. It's great
Brilliant.
because...
How about, consider my daughter's nearly walking, it's Mother's Day, and John, if you're watching, Mummy would really like what we're going to do is go to the lowest price ever. £15.95 is not your price today. £9.95.
I would love that with the tourmaline in the middle. Or that ruby, sapphire and emerald strand.
Yes.
Little section of that.
Yeah. That'd be fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
Or for you, some of the lovely garnet. Because she's January, isn't she?
She is January.
What's your birth?
My birthday's December.
So tanzanite or...
We're both Capricorn.
Oh.
I know. Oh dear.
My husband and my daughter are both Geminis.
Oh.
They had a Gemini standoff the other day. Oh. I was like, oh, don't get involved in that.
Oh. Most ambitious, apparently.
Is it?
Yeah, the star signs. Because it's a goat with a fishtail, isn't it? So it's trying to get up the hill, but it's always got the fishtail pulling it back down. I will get to the top! Yes, that's my daughter. £9.90. That is the best price I've seen this.
Yeah, that's lovely to make that lovely personalised gift at an affordable price.
Still a massive thing. It's still going to continue being a massive thing. There's been a huge movement in jewellery. We're no longer accepting what is classed as the norm, so your main high street jewels. People still love that, of course they do, but it's all about stamping your own personalisation on things. It's about you being you just being yourself and choosing how you want your jewellery to look. So personalisation is brilliant. We've actually got a tool coming up a little bit later on, which will help with that. The engraver.
Ooh.
They actually put the engraver in this show with me.
Don't think they realised. They didn't think it through, did they?
Oh, yes. I am so looking forward to that. £9.95, brilliant price point. Going to leave that there with you. Good luck to every single one of you. Now, I've got some silver-plated copper crimp bead covers. Might not tip them out. No, I will.
What's going to happen?
There's 100. 100 that Mike might have to clean up off the floor very soon. They are little... I like the way that Mark called them Pac-Men. I never really thought of it like that before, but yes, Pac-Men they are. They are brilliant. So they do look a little bit like Pac-Men, and that's the whole point. They eat the crimp cover, or eat the crimp, don't they?
Yeah.
So they go around your crimp. Once you've got your crimp in place, you put this over the top, you squeeze it into place, and it then forms the equivalent of a spacer bead, basically.
I just think it gives that nice, more professional-looking finish to your pieces. I don't like not using crimp covers when I've used crimps, personally. I just think it adds that finished look.
Yeah, I mean, that's the main thing, isn't it? When you're looking at selling jewellery, particularly, or giving it as gifts, the one thing you want to do is have a really high-end finish.
Yeah.
You want to have it look amazing. You are now looking at 3p a crimp cover for a high-end finish to just really make a beautiful piece. That's amazing. That is amazing. And they're silver plated as well. You don't have to use them as crimp covers if you don't want to. You can just have them as spacer beads. It is entirely up to you. But 3p each.
But when they're closed, they do look like spacer beads, don't they?
Yeah, they do, absolutely.
So you wouldn't know that. And what's great is you can use them as part of the design towards the end of your finish, so you could have a couple of those and then the actual crimp itself. So
yeah.
you're using them to be decorative as well as a function.
Yeah, yeah. They are fantastic. Could you actually glue them together in that? You know how they sort of cup into an S shape?
See why not?
It'd take forever, wouldn't it?
Probably would, but you know, if
you've got a few hours.
Yeah, if you're dedicated.
It's just you know, throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. Maybe in the wee hours of the morning,
pick them up with
you
your
can't
toes
sleep,
and then glue them together.
Moving on from that. Oh dear. I'm going to bring you a strand of Garnet coins that I think you're going to absolutely adore. I have seen the price that this is going to. It is ridiculous. It doesn't matter if you are born in January or not. This strand is going to fly out. You're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. Take a look at these.
See, that's the strand I would put in that bracelet.
Yes.
Definitely.
This is the thing. I mean, look at these. Absolutely gorgeous. It's going at a ridiculous price point as well. 3 to 5 millimetres, 30 centimetres strand, 40 carats. £5.95.
Do you know what Garnet looks beautiful with?
Everything.
Peridot.
Ooh.
So that strand of peridot that we had earlier on,
yes,
would be absolutely beautiful with that. And it's funny because it's not a combination you would automatically think of. I only think of it because I was asked a long time ago to do a commission for somebody, and it was the birthstones of their children, and I wouldn't have thought of putting it together, but they look so beautiful together. So, and I always, every time I see it now, I love the combination.
That's fabulous. Yeah, that is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. The look of these as well, because of the shape, it's just really beautiful. It goes straight through the centre, the drill hole does. So if you wanted something simple and easy, stretchy bracelet would look fantastic.
Yeah. And again, with your Viking knit, you can stitch that into your design, or you can place it inside. It's going to go beautiful as long as you can get. Can you imagine if it was suspended sort of like this?
Oh, that'd be gorgeous.
Because then you would get all of the light going through, and you would really get that little glint of the deep red. That would look beautiful, wouldn't it?
Ooh. Ooh. There we are. £5.95. Good luck on that one. Good luck. Now, it's coming up to 8 o'clock, which means we are going to be bringing you the must-have, and do not forget, it is tool clearance. This is going to be mayhem, so sit back, get yourself a brew, and we'll see you in 2.
At JewelleryMaker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket, or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase. Buying from JewelleryMaker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. JewelleryMaker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
We see a lot of pearls, don't we? We see rice pearls, we see Baroque pearls, we see not Baroque pearls, we see coins, we see all kinds of different pearls, but we very, very, very rarely get round pearls. In fact, the last time this particular strand was seen was April last year. That's nearly an entire year of waiting to get this strand back in stock. It is a lot easier to source an unusual shaped pearl than it is to get a perfect round, because if you think about it, it's something that nature's created, and you don't necessarily have a perfect round occur every single time. It's like if I was to, I don't know, make a pottery plate. That plate would never be the same. If I made it 1 or 100 times, it would be completely different each time. There's no guarantee. Sometimes it would be almost plate shaped, sometimes it would not. But to get the perfect round in a pearl is something that has been coveted for so many centuries. The perfect pearl. It's a little bit like a diamond when you think about pearls, because there are so many criteria that it has to hit. So with diamonds, it's your 4 C's, isn't it? Colour, clarity, cut and carat weight. Very distinct things that decide whether a diamond is or is not a rare and beautiful commodity. With pearls, you're looking at a little bit of a smaller fraction. So you're looking at the shape, you're looking at the quality of the lustre, and you're looking at the size. And I think when you're looking at a strand of pearls like this, you can agree with me on this. It's beautiful.
They're stunning, absolutely stunning.
Already on the website you can see a specific price point, and already at that specific price point 10 of these have been allocated. How would you feel if we took off not 5%, not 10%, how do you feel if we took 20% off that price? 4 round pearls of 10 millimetres. When you're looking at sizing, when you're looking at the shape of the pearl, when you're looking at the lustre, there are very distinct things you're looking at for quality. Size-wise, they normally say between about 7mm and 11mm is something that is desirable. This is 10mm, so it's bang in there. When you're looking at the lustre, you want to have a real high lustre. You want to have it so the light bounces off it and you get a beautiful pearlescence. Well, every single one of these has that, doesn't it? You want a beautiful smooth surface as well, and look at those, they are gorgeous. So size-wise, you've got a great size. Quality-wise, you've got a fantastic lustre. They are beautiful. And shape-wise, how round are they? They are 10mm rounds. So it is a gorgeous strand that you've got here. Now, I was asked how many were on the strand. You give me
there's about 40, 38.
One off. 39.
That's because I tried to count halfway round.
Ah, you cheat, you cheat. It works out literally just over £1 per pearl. That's amazing.
That is amazing. Can you imagine if you were lucky enough to get one of those metallic pearls?
Yeah.
Just putting one of those in the centre.
Yeah. Oh.
Or even 3 if you were feeling...
A little bit luxurious.
Yes, but then you would get extra space.
Yeah.
So you would get extra pearls to maybe make a single necklace with, or
Okay.
a ring.
Or sorry. I've just. So you've got extra pearls. You've got your 3 there.
Yeah.
What about big pearl, little pearl?
And then a ring.
Yeah.
Or a bracelet. One of those in the slider. So much that you could do with that.
Ah.
Do you know, though, it's funny because pearl do have that high association, don't they? I was saying earlier about I am that sad person that listens to my audiobooks on the way here and back.
I do as well.
I love listening to them, but I often hear, even now, they still always refer to pearls as a high reference. You know, one of the books I was reading, it was a comedy kind of book, but she said my mum got a lovely strand of pearl necklace with dad's bonus, sort of, you know, and even then it still refers to dad got a big bonus, mum got a lovely strand, pearl necklace. So it's always got that high association.
See, the thing is, when we think about diamonds, there's so many diamonds out there now, and so many people have diamonds because, of course, you've got the smaller size diamonds, you've got the less clarity in diamonds, so the more available than something like a pearl, which is still very highly coveted. It's still very, very highly thought of. And you still see them at particularly high prices. They're still used for weddings. They're still a classic icon. You still see high influential women wearing pearls. Yeah. And sales of classic jewellery have increased since viewing of The Crown. So, pearls...
Yeah, they're trendy again.
Yeah.
So basically, everybody's wearing them. There's no sort of... They're not associated to certain generations. They are... Anybody can sort of wear them. And again, you can wear them any style that you want. Yeah. For me, I would... Because I've said this so many times, but my birthday is June, so pearl's my birthstone. But for me... I would take one of those and I would put it in a wire woven pendant and decorate it with some sterling silver wire and put it into a twist for something for me, you know, whereas somebody else might want it just exactly as it is or pearl knotted.
The nice thing about pearls as well is it's easier to transform something that you have already in existence into another piece of jewellery. If you've got something set in metal and then you're then going to have to take it to a jeweller's for them to unset it and then to set it into something different. But with pearls, if they're knotted, it's easier to transfer it into a different medium. So they're a great one to work with.
And again, it's an heirloom piece, isn't it? You know, it's something that you can pass down.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They are stunning. Now, it is time for the tool clearance.
I should have got my phone, shouldn't I? Should have got my phone down here. That's why I end up when I'm on with Al. Yeah. Just using my phone and we just... Sometimes needs must.
I know. Not that I don't trust you or anything. What tool shall we start with? Sorry. It's like Alison this morning. Which one first? Oh.
This is really cool because this has kind of been... I've got the more basic version of this, which is the orange set. So basically, originally, this tool was done as... the ovally kind of shape here and the triangular shape at the end there. Yep. So it was just that locked in together. Yep. And that was the tool. And it was a brilliant tool. I absolutely loved it. But to have it like that, you've got even more shapes. And you have a little handle. So it is so cool.
Lowest price ever today as well. The nice thing about having a tool clearance...
Wow.
Is you're always going to need tools. New tools. to replace old tools.
I'm sure that's how much the original was.
And you're getting loads in this one as well. It's working out £1 each, and then you get handle thrown in there as well, which is brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. How easy are they to use then?
Really easy to use. I mean, they're great for creating shapes with your wire. You know, if you wanted sort of the oval one's one of my favourites because for cabochons, you've got a variance of sizes there, so you can make a frame to fit most sizes of cabochons. Again, you've got like the rounded ones. Great if you want to make a couple of jump rings.
Oh, brilliant.
It's just a really handy little tool to have.
That is fabulous, price-wise as well. Now, it is one of the Beadsmith tools, and the Beadsmith as well as Beadlon, and there's a couple in Zoron as well. They are our trusted brands. We bring you only our trusted brands, and we know they're brilliant. We know they're fantastic. You've given us great feedback about them, and at £3.95, that's worth adding to your order. Definitely worth adding to your order.
It really is. It's just a handy tool to have, to be honest. It's just great if you just want to make links or anything like that. It's just great.
That's it. It's nice because you don't just have to stick to one shape. I mean, with the triangular shape link, that's often what you see with key rings, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's going to sell out.
Use your thicker gauges of wire.
Yep. Yeah. That one's going to go. Right. How about I get this little cutie here? It's so sweet. There is only 20 of these available. They are always extremely popular. It's the helping hands. They are so cute. Just pause for a moment there. I've just been told my own health and safety. I need to move that away from the torso area. You broke me. You broke me. 29 chances remain on this, and that's it. Oh dear. £5. They're fantastic for many different reasons.
So basically, this is great if you if you're a seed beader, or if you need.
You don't wear glasses like me.
If you need to get into bed to see the detail.
You got me crying now. Sorry.
It's also really great if you make charm bracelets because you can put the leather chain in the clips and then you can attach the charms and you can see what you're doing.
I'm going to move on from that. I've been broken, sorry. Oh, right. I was about to say let's do a safer item, but he's just mentioned we're going to do the engraver now. They have bought it to be safer though, because there is only 6 left and I can't take it out of the packaging, which means I can't play with it. It is brilliant and it will engrave lots of different things. The first time that I had it out, I tried to engrave everything. Everything. So it will do things like ceramics, it will do plastic. Just don't try it on everything in your house because you will end up sort of etching everything into.
It's great for your metal sheet and for any of your sort of stamping findings if you want to be able to sort of do a decorative design onto it.
Yeah.
But I tend to stick to the bare copper and the sterling silver.
Yeah.
Just because obviously if you are using something that's been plated, you can if you're sort of engraving into it, you could sort of take the plating off a little bit, and you don't want to do that. So I've actually used this on copper sheet, and it's great because I've done like a butterfly and connect all of the details into the wings. It's really, really lovely. It's a really great little tool.
There is one chance remaining, and that is it on this. Good luck. Now, so many. Shall I bring the work? The heavy one, as we mentioned it earlier on, didn't we? The steel block. we are going to give this to you at a steal of a price. So your steel block is 4 by 4 by 0.5 is the depth. 4 by 4 and then 0.5. And it is ideal if you want to work harden. We have got the whacker coming up a little bit later on as well. In fact, whammer.
Whammer.
See, I'm thinking of whack-a-mole. You ever played that game? Brilliant. Okay, we're about to take that price down, not to £7.95. We are going to give it to you at a steal of a price. We're going to bash that price down to £3.95. Don't forget, that's actually, it basically is £1 more than the postage and packaging.
Yeah. Yeah, and these are great, and they are great, and I know it sounds a bit crazy, but multiplying is great for these because...
not for the postman.
Not for the postman. Because when you're using hammers, if you were, say, stamping, or if you're texturing or anything like that, you can start to sort of mark the steel plate, which is normal, it's going to happen. So if you had a couple, then you can have one that you can keep nice and smooth, and that would be for your sort of what you would want to be your nice, clean, smooth, untextured pieces. And then you can have the other one that you don't mind getting a few marks into it because that's what it's for. So they are at that price. It's almost a 2-for-1, isn't it? If you if you think of the original price. I've got loads of these. I think they're absolutely great.
And they're weighty. And your postage and packaging is £2.95. You can order as many of these as you like and not pay any extra on that postage and packaging. So you'd still only pay £2.95.
I did, when we first sort of brought out all of the stamping stuff, I ordered all of it. We are the same person. So I just ordered everything. And this poor postman arrived because I thought, I'm not waiting for it to go to the studio. And he arrived with this box and it was huge and it weighed a ton. And I paid £2.95 for it.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
He didn't think so, but I did. And this is essential as well when you're stamping.
Pulling it out of the way there, pulling it out of the way. Now, I'm going to bring you the rubber block now. Not quite as heavy as the steel block, but you could add it to your order.
It's great if you have got a steel block. I actually have this with the steel block.
Oh, so you put the steel block on top?
And then you put the steel block on top, and it just helps to dilute the sound a little bit. So obviously when you use the steel block, obviously it's...
You're the nasty neighbour who does it at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. I've got my little studio, but my husband goes mad if the kids are in bed because he just like ting, 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 goes mad at me because you just hear the hammer. He literally. But this does deadens the sound a little bit, but also it absorbs the shock a little bit as well because obviously that's going through the block before it hits the table. So it all round, it's just a brilliant addition.
So definitely add that one to your order as well. It's 4 by 4. It's not giving us the depth of this one though, so I'm not quite sure of the depth. Probably that was a 0.5, wasn't it? So I'll possibly a 1 mil, possibly 1 mil, 1 inch. Right, we are looking at £3.95. Wendy's got 6. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. But this is it. See, the thing is, if you've got that kind of price point and you've got a chance to actually bulk buy, do so.
Definitely.
I haven't actually seen this. I've seen the steel block before, but I've not seen the rubber block.
I've seen it a couple of times. I actually have it, but we don't see it as often.
Yeah.
So, and it is great if you do any kind of metal work or even just stamping. If you get the blanks and you like to just do a little bit of stamping, it is just great.
I do want to whack the block. Can I have a go? I've got no hammer apart from this one, which is in the packaging.
I don't have a hammer. Ooh.
So it's not. I actually did it with the side of that. Why are you walking away?
It's the same reason you walk away when I have wire.
You're evil with wire.
Yeah, I'm not evil with wire.
You are.
I'm not.
All right. If that's your steel block, it's actually in the packaging, so have you got one out already? No.
Yeah, I just thought I'd bring my
bring yours with you.
And there's another layer. There you go.
It's a lot better, isn't it? And if you do it on your own,
you can see the difference.
There is a bit of a difference, isn't there? So apologies if that just made you jump or your pets run from the room.
And that was with packaging as well. That still had packaging.
Yeah, it still had packaging on. So you see the difference. It does make a big difference and helps a lot. So we're going to leave that one there. I might as well bring you the whacker tool, hadn't I? Whammer. Whack-a-mole. Don't whack-a-mole. Don't do that. Sorry, Phil. Oh, we're not doing this. Okay. I kind of wanted to push it that way, but no. Okay, so long chain nose pliers.
Love these. I have these. I don't
Really
have them
limited.
here, but I have them. They're great.
They're also ridiculously affordable. I have seen the price point on these. They're going to sell out, let's put it that way. Limited on any of the pliers that you see, very limited. Lowest price point ever for this one. And it is naughty. Really naughty. £2.95 naughty.
Can I just say something about these tools? I do have those tools at home. I also have, you can see, others in the range, and they are my go-to. I have the Zirons, I have like a range of tools, but these are my go-to. And I've said this before, but the chain nose pliers are the ones that I seem to break the most. I always tend the spring always tends to go on them. They have not gone on the pair that I've got of these, and I've had these for a fair few years, and they're absolutely my favourite pairs of pliers. So this actual whole brand is just absolutely brilliant. I just love it. So like I said, I have those, and any of these I would recommend getting.
They are brilliant, aren't they? So they are comfortable to use, they're easy to use, and they are an essential. I have had to buy some chain nose pliers today. Didn't know we were having these ones.
Yeah, but get them as well.
I am.
Get them all.
25 chances remain on these, and that is it.
Great for chain mailing as well. If you do chain mailing, they're just a great tool to have.
£2.95. It's kind of like if you already have them, just add them anyway, because at some point you will need a new pair.
You do.
At £2.95, it's 3 pounds, and it's coffee or cake. Biscuits are ridiculously expensive these days as well.
Oh, I've got those treats out. Oh, I forgot. And I was thinking of that because I paid more for them than I did for them.
What?
But they're nice.
They're not going to last as long, though.
No. They're going to last
5 minutes.
Especially now we've all remembered them.
Ooh. 10 chances remain on that. I don't think these are going to go. These are going to end up selling out, aren't they? Right. Let me bring you the wire twister tool, which is I know we've got a couple of wire twister tools. Is it it's this one with the plastic? Is it this one? Yes, it is, yeah. All right. How are you? Right. How does this work then? Because I've not used the wire twister tool. I'm assuming we're not doing that price for a start.
Okay.
£2.95 is your price. Give me a moment. I'm assuming this is how it works.
Yeah.
Am I doing it right?
Yeah. So basically, you're attaching.
Who needs instructions?
And then what you do is there are, I believe, what is it, 5? 2, 4, 5. Which means that you can add 5 lengths of wire into each one, and you just would. I've got a little piece of wire just here. I'm not going to demo it. I'm just going to explain. I can't cope with the pressure.
30 chances to make faster. 30 chances to make faster.
So basically, you would do this times 5 or 3 or however many times you want. So you would just loop it together here. And then you would bring all of the ends of the wire, so however many pieces you want to twist.
Oh, that way.
Yeah, and what you would do is you attach it to something that's stable. I often...
No, not me then.
No. I use the gizmo bracket, you know, the little that you can attach to the desk. I wrap the wire around that, and then you just obviously get a tension, and then you just turn that handle, and that twists all the wires for you.
Brilliant.
I'll take that off tomorrow.
£2.95, they are already flying out. I mean, this is it. We've got really ridiculous prices on the tools today. When we say it's a tool clearance, it's a tool clearance. They want to make space in the vault to be able to bring more stock in. And if you've got pieces like this, if we've got, say, 30 of those sitting in a couple of boxes, that's quite a lot of strands that could be fitting in that space. So it does make a difference. So £2.95. Now, next up, I've got the coiling gizmo.
Yeah, there you go. That's the bracket that I was referring to.
Bracket. So you've got the bracket there, and you normally get, is it 5 that you get with this one?
I think on that one you get 2.
2.
Because there's a couple of different variations. So this is like the basic. Then you have like the deluxe, which has the 5.
Yes,
and then you
that's
have the
what I've got.
professional. So this one is just the sort of the basic starter one almost. It comes with the brackets. And then it has like a slightly thinner and slightly larger sort of rod. And what you do is you can attach, there's some sort of like little attaching holes on the bracket that you can attach to your desk, or a tip I saw someone do once, a little wooden chopping board.
Yeah.
One of the little small ones. If you attach it to that or a little plank of wood, you've then got a portable base as well. And that's all you need.
There we are, £4.95. They are really they're essential and they're an ideal thing for using with your wire work. Mark had his yesterday, if you saw that show, and he actually used it to make jump rings.
Yeah.
So he spiraled the coil around it and then he snipped it with his flat nose pliers. Flat nose pliers? What am I talking about? Flush cutters.
I was going to say that's very.
You wouldn't be able to cut anything with flat nose pliers. I am talking gibberish. There we are. Flush cutters. It's because you've got yours there.
Blame my poor tools.
I'm not blaming your tools, I'm just eyeing your tools up. There's a difference. Good luck to each and every single one of you on this one. They are fabulous, and you will be needing to check out quickly on all of these, because if you have a look, if you're looking at the website, you'll see lots of different sellouts on various different items throughout the day, mainly tools. Now, next up, I've got I was told shears and I didn't listen to the make, so I've picked up these ones because they are amazing. It's fine. They have a safety catch. That's always a good thing. So you've got the spring. These are ideal for metal sheets.
Yes. When you're working with the sterling silver or the copper, then they're ideal. Even, they just cut through thicker gauges of wire even, and when you said Mark did the jump rings, if it's a sort of a 0.8 or a 1 mil, you can cut the jump rings with those straight down, and it will give you a flat edge. Whereas when you cut them with flush cutters, you have to keep turning the pliers over so that you get a flat edge.
So this will be a flat edge on both sides?
That will give a flat cut. So yeah, that will actually cut them straight.
What?
And also, it has a little secret. Did you know about the secret?
No.
Memory wire cutter. Just here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because memory wire is quite strong, isn't it? So you don't want to be cutting.
You wouldn't use your normal pliers. That's your memory wire cutters.
Brilliant. Right, this definitely is an essential. We're about to give you the lowest ever price today on this. It is going to be phenomenal. £12.95.
They're great. And I would recommend getting a couple if you can, because if you're anything like me, I can't find mine right now. So it's always handy to have two.
You are me. You are me. Yes, I've got one of those somewhere.
Somewhere. And the thing is, you can never find it when you need it. You'll find them when you don't need them. But, yeah. So get a couple.
£12.95. It is definitely worth getting a hold of them. Remember, you've always, even on your tools, you've got your 30-day money-back guarantee. Just make sure they're in the original condition and not used. But I don't think you're going to want to send them back. Not at all. Even if you're not going to work with metal sheets, but you've got the memory wire cutters.
They're great for cutting up aluminium and a lot of the crafts as well that you're doing. So they are a great tool. And you've got the hand size, which is great as well.
For me, the safety catch is really important because they are sharp, and you don't want to have people.
Well, you don't want to do it either. I mean, for me, I put mine in a drawer. The last thing you want to do if you've forgotten to close them like that is put your hand in.
Especially not after today. If you don't know this already, she tried to dismember a finger.
I didn't try. The knife slipped. It hurts.
Is it all right now?
Yeah, no, it still hurts.
Yeah, no. It's gone. It's gone. They're never going to let us work together again, we just spent the whole day laughing. What was the next one, sorry?
I love that. I love the help.
The blue-handled one with the covers.
Now, what Zero's known for? Zero's known for having blue handles.
So it's a blue-handled Zoron that I'm looking for. This one.
Are those cutters? They're not
No,
cutters.
they're not cutters, they're the flat nose.
The ones there, yeah.
There we are. I love the Zorons. I love the little, that sound. This has only ever been on JewelleryMaker at £15.95 before. They are the short handle version, and today, we're not stopping there, we're taking it lower. So Zoron Maxi Sheer Cutters, short handle, snip snip, on that price point, snip snip, to £11.95. They are fabulous.
I love the Zurons, and as I said, you can see that I've actually got a mixture of the Zuron tools, and I've got the little blue handle ones, and they are my favourite collection. Yeah. I've got a couple of the different kind of flush cutters of the Zurons, just because they're great for your intricate work. You know, if you want to get in really close, especially when you're working with your 0.4 wires, you want to get in nice and close and get a clean cut. That's where these tools are great. But don't cut thick wires with these.
No, because you will dint them.
No. And it does actually say that on the packaging, to not cut above a 1 mil. I tend to just stick to 8 mils and lower.
I was going to say, so they're happy for 1 mil then?
Well, the thing is, they say not above a 1 mil, but we have some 1 mil wires that you have a slightly harder core. So for me, that's more like the strength of it is higher, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I tend to just do a general rule of 0.8. And below.
That's it. So what would you go for a higher one then?
I use my beadlons.
Ah.
These ones. So you can see, like I mean, this is where tools are essential. And normally I've got loads of tools with me, but because we're not doing too much tonight, I haven't brought all of them. And even then, I've got so many at home. I've got like 2 racks that are full of tools, and they're all got their own use. They're all brilliant in their own way. So it's one thing if you can stash up on tools, and just go for it.
That's the thing. I mean, it's easy to stock up on things like strands of gemstones, and it's easy to stock up on things like findings. But when you come to make a piece of jewellery, you're going to need to use the right tools to actually put it together. And that's what I'm finding at the moment. I'm trying different mediums now. So I used to stick with just the chain, and that was it. So I didn't need masses and masses of tools. Now I'm starting trying to do different mediums. You kind of go, oh, I'd be able to do it better if. And that's it. On days like today, it's fabulous. I've been in my element. In my element. Hold those lines on that one. Snip, snip. So I've got some flat nose pliers.
They're cute. I have those.
Snip. There's no snippy to it.
No.
You have these ones?
I've got all of them.
They are really cute. They remind me of a little chick.
They're just cute, aren't they? It's like a blackbird. Like a crow. Turn it over. Turn it around. It looks like a crow.
Snubby or stubby flat nose pliers. We're about to give you an amazing bargain. They go really, really close to what you're using. So you've got the flat nose section there. They are ideal. They get into really tight nooks and crannies. And apparently a nook is that way and a cranny is that way.
I did not know that.
I do now, thanks to Mark. Thank you, Mark. Nook book. Granny, cranny. Granny's lying down for some reason. For some reason, I think Granny was lying down. She's gone for a nap. My Granny always goes for a nap. She's like 94.
Wow,
she's amazing. Granny's amazing. She's a little doddery on her feet, but she's still wandering around baking every day. It's brilliant. £12.95 if your Granny is having a nap. Don't nap on this one because we're dropping the price. £8.95.
Wow. And again, if you do chainmail, they're great for anything like that. The reason I have all of this sort of variations of tools is because there will always be something that you'll go, oh, I'm looking for a tool. You know, I can see that we've got these coming up. These are absolutely great for getting in that finer detail. They're great for just holding that little bit of detail. So, you know, as a team...
I've given a look because I know the ones that she's holding, and I also know how few there are. And I did try and get a few more, but yeah, they sell out. In fact, all of the bent nose pliers today have just gone.
These are one of my favourites actually because they're absolutely great.
Don't rub it in. Don't rub it in.
They're great.
It will be coming up. If there is a moment for you to check the basket out straight away, it will be the bent nose pliers, because I'll let you know that now. There's 6. That's it. Okay, so when they turn up, it's literally, don't even wait for the price to go on the screen. Just get it in, check it out. They are ridiculously small stocked. No. Now, I am going to bring you the bent nose ones. In fact, just put them on straight away. Put them in the basket, check it out. 6 chances. They are going to go £14.95. They get in again, really brilliant for your chainmail.
They're great for your chainmail, but for me, so let's say, for example, you've got your Viking knit or your wire work, and you just need to get in to be able to get. Yeah. But that's what you would use them for.
That's the thing, that they're so limited on stock. So limited on stock. Now, I've got some artistic wire for you. Why not?
Why not?
3 reels. Ooh. Doop. Now, tarn resistant silver, tarn resistant brass, and hematite. 22 gauge, 0.6 mil. So you are looking at 3 of them. 3 of them in total. So your silver, your brass coloured, silver coloured, brass coloured, and hematite coloured. What can we do price wise? How about we take it lower than £5? £1.95 maybe? 3?
Wow.
That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Can I just double check? How many metres do we have on that one? It says 10 metres to 5 metre reels. 10 metres to 50 metre reels. That's
4.5 metres.
4.5 metres. 4.5 metres is what you're getting. There we are. A 0.6 gauge.
And that hematite colour is going to be great for the second kit we've got coming up.
Ooh, that's very true. Very, very true. And that's not that far away now either, is it?
It is not.
25 minutes and counting. 25 of these have already been allocated. They are brilliant. They are absolutely brilliant. I don't know why it says on my information 10 to 5 metre reels, but that's incorrect there. Oh, I get it. Oh, okay. Apparently that's a location in the warehouse.
That's where they are.
Yeah, that's where they are. Yeah. So it is actually 4.5 metres that you're getting of this particular wire. That's really good. I do love that colour. Can we just have a quick nosy at the next kit? We've got a massage as well from Shirley. What a lovely, entertaining evening. Keep it going, girls. We just spent the evening laughing, haven't we? Giggling away. And selling the bent nose pliers out again.
Well, they are good pliers.
They are amazing pliers. They keep going. So that is the kit that's coming up a little bit later on. I'm going to move on from these ones now to bring to you. Ooh, where's my half round, not half bound, half round mandrel. It is a mandrel which is half of a round. So you've got a flat section on one side, and you've got.
It's like a D.
Yeah, it is a D. It's a D mandrel. I got the mandrel earlier on.
Did you? Mm. What one?
The ring mandrel from earlier on.
I didn't see.
It's basically that one.
This one?
Yeah.
This is
£2.95 for this one. So what would you use this one for? Because I've not used this one before.
This is great, again, for sort of creating shapes with your wire.
Yep.
For your metal work, you know, if you needed to just sort of use it literally as a mandrel. If you wanted to create a sort of you could hammer onto it.
Okay.
So you could create that shape as well.
So you could curve in, say, a sheet of silver or something.
So you can just use it for any, and again, for that sort of price, it's just great just to sort of have, I have got all of these, shock.
Bought all in one go by any chance?
Possibly. I'm one of those people that when they do a launch, I'm like, yeah.
So easy.
I don't want to miss out.
No, I'm the same. I've been stung too many times. £2.95 is fantastic. And the weight of this as well.
Mm-hmm. So again, great, you can actually hammer onto it, which is brilliant because it's all metal. Like say, for your metal sheet or for your wire even.
I kind of want to say metal! I've got a hexagon one for you as well. Oh, hello. Hexagonal. So that's the small size, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Bezel mandrel. That's a fantastic, fantastic shape.
It's great, and again, because it's tapered, you can sort of bring your wire around, and you can then obviously create like a cone shape with it if you wanted, but like a quirky
so could you use that as like a cap as well?
Yeah.
Brill. Brill. That's fab. So £2.95 again. If you got those two together, normally that weightiness that you're getting there, you wouldn't expect £2.95. And if you added the steel blocks to that, and then the rubber block to that, and then a lot of other tools as well, that £2.95 is amazing, isn't it? I'm kind of getting closer to you and thinking, my nose is starting to run. Because not only did she try to dismember a finger earlier, she's also not feeling very well. Are you all right, my lovely?
Yeah, I'm all right. To be fair, it takes a week to fester, I think.
Oh, okay.
Because I was in here Monday last, that was it. And then I think it takes a little while to...
I'm hoping it's whatever my daughter had, because I didn't get... I'm going to get it tomorrow, aren't I?
It's like chicken pox. My daughter got chicken pox, and I thought my son had got away with it, and then 2 weeks later, no, he got it. He had it on his second birthday.
Oh.
At Cancellor's birthday party.
Yeah, but everybody wants to be around chicken pox, don't they?
Well, but he was grumpy with it. Oh. He was not a happy one with the chicken pox. He did not deal well with it.
Oh dear. Moving on. Right, I have got for you somewhere, where it is, there it is. Jump ring maker! You are going to be able to make 4mm, 6mm, 7mm and 8mm jump rings with this maker. Now, I've not seen this one before, so I'm going to take it out.
It's pretty much like the wire twister.
Oh,
so
is it?
It's got like the little,
right, there
like
it is.
a little plate in it, and then obviously you just kind of wrap your wire around. It's like almost like what Mark did last night using but it's just specifically sized, so you know exactly what sizes you're getting.
Brilliant. Lowest price ever on this one as well. We are doing the tool clearance after all, so why not? £5.95 is the price point on these ones. That's brilliant.
Again, great little tool just to have just in your stash.
It's quite a nice size to carry around as well, because the gizmos can have quite particularly long handles and they're not quite as easy to carry, but they're handbag
could be used for smaller gizmos if you wanted to just do a little tiny section.
You have no idea how excited I have been knowing that I can make jump rings on a gizmo, or even on one of these now. It's amazing.
You're going to have a field day when you come around mine.
Oh, my life.
I think Tony's just going to leave.
Oh, my life. I'll be just going, don't touch it, Gaia, don't come back, don't touch it.
We'll just go, Kayla, go play, and then we'll shut the door. It's fine.
Brilliant. You go and play in there, we'll go and play
Kayla,
in here.
Go show your bedroom, go on, up you go.
Aww. She'll be walking by then as well. She will be walking by then. She's definitely going to be walking, I reckon, by the end of next week.
If you had any little steps. Oh yeah, she'll be...
Yeah, we've had a couple little steps, and now we've got the little, the pushy walker thing, and she's quite happily going along on her knees, standing up and walking with it now. On her own, all in one. It's like watching man going from Neanderthal upwards.
Fun times ahead.
It's going to be mayhem. She's already climbing on things. Never seen a child get up and down off a sofa so quickly.
It's always fun. It's always fun. Kayla took a long time to decide to walk because she could crawl quicker. She was so quick crawling. She just dotted about everywhere. So it was just easier for her.
Yeah.
If there's an easy option, that girl will take it.
Guy gets really frustrated. She crawls to you. If she comes into the kitchen to see you, because we've got front room, middle room, kitchen. So if she follows you into the kitchen and you're walking quicker than her and you're not turning around going, oh, you're there! Go and pick her up. Yeah, she gets really grumpy. Next up we've got, I'm just looking for bead reamer. Where is it? Where is it? 3 chances and that is it. That's all I've got. Bead reamer. Bead reamer tool. There we are. So it's 3 chances that we've got. They are battery operated and they're basically, if you are working with pearls, they are ideal to increase the size hole of the pearl.
Yeah, well, for any gemstone, to be honest. Yeah.
Can I just say, don't use them on Swarovski though, because it will break them. It will break them. They are specifically for gemstones or pearls are the ideal. It will have instructions with it. Now, batteries are not included in this, so you will have to get the batteries on top. But £12.95, and you do have the addition of the heads, of course, as well. Gone. There we go. Now, next up, I've got the crimping pliers. Crimp, 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 crimp. Now, I've not got this particular one. I've got...
You've got the Xeron ones.
Yes.
Yeah, the green ones.
Yes. Oh, no, mine are blue-handled.
Oh.
Yeah, so it might not be Xeron then.
Ooh. But it did the same thing.
They do the same thing. Basically, you get a really smooth finish in comparison to if you use just basic pliers. It's all basically done for you, isn't it?
Yeah, it rounds the crimps.
Yeah.
So rather than the crimps being flat, it just makes them almost like a little tube again, but still crimping the beading thread. So they're still doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah,
but they
tilts the ends.
Yeah, it just makes them look a lot nicer, which is great, because then when you do put the...
makes it easier, doesn't it?
The crimp cover on, the crimp cover goes on a lot easier.
And it doesn't, I mean, when you get a crimp and you flatten the crimp, if you use just sort of flat nose pliers and squeeze it, they're really sharp.
Yeah.
They're really sharp, the edges are sharp. Yeah. So this prevents that from happening. It's sort of, like you said, it curves it to the point.
And it also looks nice.
Yeah.
It just looks nice. So it feels nice against your skin, doesn't it?
Yeah, don't just flatten it and then it doesn't feel good. £3.95, they are brilliant, they really are. Even if you're not going to use crimps very often, just to have that final finish, it's just ideal. Ideal. £3.95 is brilliant.
Yeah.
Message come through as well from Shirley. What a lovely entertainment. No, you're going to have to read that one. It's not on my screen.
Can you not read it?
No.
It's basically, it's my husband. It says, hi ladies, me and the kids are watching Tony B. Then you should be in bed. What time is it?
9:15. So the deal is, you're looking after my little one.
Yeah, so Kayla, no pressure, but it's all on you.
Patricia's also said, my granddaughters used to climb up on the sofa and go to sleep along the top of the back of it. Children are such joy. They really are. They really, really genuinely are. I'd be worried if my daughter slept on the back of the sofa.
I think you'll be grateful sometimes if they're asleep, let them sleep.
Yeah, but there's the radiator directly behind the sofa, so if she falls onto that...
Put a cover on it.
She's not a cat. Right. What do I have remaining? Where are they? There they are. Sorry, I've got to go all the way down there now. Bale making pliers. Oh dear. Bale making pliers, 5mm, 7mm and 10mm. £4.95 is the price we're going to be looking at today. You've also got the nylon coating on one side as well, so it makes it so if you've got your coated wires, it's not going to scratch it.
No, it's great. And again, as a side note, if you do Viking knit, these are great to do little end caps.
Okay.
So you, what's great is you've got a size difference, obviously.
I've just seen your plaster come in.
It's so pretty, right?
It's all right. She put a clean one on. It's fine.
Yeah, it could have. Yeah. Anyway, and so what's great is because they're a set size.
Yeah.
You can make the bead caps to be that set size. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So they're great.
Yeah, you've got a good depth to them as well,
Yeah.
so you actually can make quite a large fitting to it. £4.95. Again, £5 is not a lot to be asking for a tool. It's brilliant, brilliant. Oh, hello. Josephine, my son crawled at 3 months. It was mayhem. What?
Jackson crawled at 6 months.
What?
Yeah.
What? No.
Yes, fun times.
Kath has said, hello darling, has said, fantastic night, so much for saving money, lol. Oh well, can't get better than having a good laugh and great savings, yeah. Yeah.
It's a great combo.
Yeah, you know that conversation we had about I need to be saving my pennies because of buying the house? That went out the window.
Sometimes though, on a night like this, it just has to be done.
You have no idea, Kath, how close I've been going, must do, but you have no idea. I've spent so much today. I've spent so much today.
You wait though, you'll come off air and you'll be like, right, I'm just going to see what's left. I'm just going to see.
Oh dear. Oh, right. Next up, I've got the nylon jewel pliers. I've also got the round nose nylon pliers as well. These again are ideal for not damaging your wire.
Or making it break.
Thanks.
Because that could happen.
Yeah. Wouldn't have any idea where that could possibly happen, but yes. Nylon jewel pliers, comfort grip as well on these ones. £2.95. It's the lowest price we've ever done them at. It is the lowest price we've ever done them at.
They're great tools, and again, they're ones that I would multiply. I have about 3 pairs of these.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they are just great to have to fix your wires, your straightness. And if you're using coloured wires as well, they're great because they protect the colour.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. They're already flying out. And Kath, just remember, how many times have I started the diet over and over again? I really should be saving money. You can't help it though. At prices like these, it's got to be done. It's got to be done. £2.95.
It's got to be done.
That's not even a cake, is it?
No, it's not coffee.
It's not a coffee. That's the scary
It's not a pack
thing.
of plasters.
£5 for a pack of plasters. What is that about?
Well, it was desperate. I couldn't have walked in with the plaster I had at the time.
I told you about... Sorry, we got a message come through. Lena says, no, Lara, you haven't spent so much today. You have saved so much today.
That's a better way of thinking of it.
That's an amazing way of thinking of it, actually. 40 of them have gone, 20 are in baskets. I sliced my finger open on a little bottle while I was out and about and had to go into a cafe to just ask for a plaster. I ended up with a free coffee. It was brilliant.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I did bleed everywhere though,
that's not so
which was
good.
not so good.
It's not so good.
But no, we have saved an amazing amount today because the deals have been fantastic, which is why I've been getting involved all the way through the day. Alison was excited.
Yeah.
I've been excited. Gemma's been excited. You've been excited. It's been brilliant. But these kind of prices, you can't say no, can you?
No.
Now, let's do the round nose version.
So Tony, if you're still watching, Lara's coming to stay. He's got that. I'm going away for the weekend.
Nylon round nose. Nylon jaw round nose pliers. Again, ideal for your coated wires. We're matching the price as well. We are going to match that price. You bring out the worst in me. You do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is standard.
No, it's not normal for me at all. I'm not repeating. I'm not repeating that. So you've made Laura cough now. Oh dear, these are flying out.
There are children.
It's a good job they can't hear that side of the conversation. Goodness me, that was very quick. Oh dear.
I've been thinking about that.
You make me cry. Stop it. Stop it. Deirdre, well done. Shelley-Ann, well done. Carol, well done. Well done to Lynn and Beverly and Susan. Well done to every single one of you. It's a fantastic show today. The laughing has been brilliant, but the actual deals have been so amazing. They really genuinely have been. It's not very often that we can say we're doing a clearance on tools. So when you are desperately wanting to get certain things and you don't get to see them, well, we can do something like this on a day like today when we've had 3 hours. In fact, it's been more than 3 hours in fairness, because I've been watching off and on all the way through the day, and in the hours that it didn't say there were tools being given away, practically given away at the prices we've been doing.
Yeah.
We have had some amazing deals in there as well, so brilliant. Now, he's made me wait right until this point. That was part of the whammer. So this is the whammer tool.
Yeah.
This bit of the whammer tool unscrews. It's very durable. Oh dear. It's the reason I'm on the Late Show. So it has got the interchangeable head. I think you need to take over. You really do. We are going to bring you the lowest price ever. What would you use this for?
Well, again, this is great for your obviously for your wire work. But what's great about this tool is it's Linda Jones who's actually designed it, and she's a well-known wire worker. She's written books, and she's actually worked with Iz.
Yeah, yep.
And so she is a wire worker. So she's designed this tool to actually be beneficial for your wire work. So what's great is you've got your sort of your nylon section here, which means that you're going to hammer your work but not flatten or change the actual look of it, but you'll actually work hard in it.
Yep.
This one here is just going to give you a textured effect.
Yep.
Again, this one's the other side is slightly domed. So the slightly domed side is going to just, again, it's not going to flatten your wire, it's just going to texture it, but in a different way.
Can we see? Hello! It's also got a mirror-like finish. You could actually demo left-handed Viking knit in this.
You could. I could do the Viking knit and you could just work it out.
There we are. £17.95. It's brilliant. It does everything you could possibly want it to do. Now, don't go anywhere. We've still got, believe it or not, another hour of this mayhem and madness.
And I've got a demo, so it's worth watching just for that.
Oh, yeah, there's another demo as well. So we have got the final kit coming up for you. We have got the final demo as well. I don't know how we're going to get through the end of the show. No. I'm broken already. Twice I've been broken today. Don't go anywhere. Get yourself a brew, maybe a hot chocolate. Sit back, relax, kids go to bed.
No.
And we shall see you right after this with the kit.
Buying with JewelleryMaker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. JewelleryMaker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Getting started with JewelleryMaker couldn't be easier. When you spend $4.95 with us, you'll get a free welcome pack, which contains everything you need to get started, including step-by-step project cards and a DVD, which will give you the chance to be able to create an arrangement of different items of jewellery. You'll also get a manual, which will help to familiarise you with all the items you're going to be creating and all the tools you're going to need to do so. Plus, you'll also get a free pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. Getting started with JewelleryMaker couldn't be easier, so why not give it a go today?
Did you know that when you book a JewelleryMaker workshop, you're given exclusive access to our JewelleryMaker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
If for any reason you're not satisfied with your purchase, you have the benefit of our 30-day money-back guarantee.
You can now book JewelleryMaker workshops online. Just head over to our JewelleryMaker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you've found a workshop you would like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button, fill in the required fields, and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. JewelleryMaker. Create, wear, share.
It's Lara. Hello, welcome back. I'm Lara, and this, of course, is Laura. And it's the final hour. If you've managed to make it through the show so far, well done. Well done. It has been bananas, and it's not going to change at all. So I'm going to bring you an amazing strand of rubies.
I love them. They're beautiful. They are really beautiful.
At a ridiculous price. Just take a look at these though. That's brilliant. That is really, really brilliant. Now, there's only 12 of these remaining, and it is going to go at the lowest price ever. You are looking at stunning, stunning African rubies, and you're looking at beautiful, beautiful depth of colour. You're looking at an amazing quality. And how would you feel if I gave you this strand at £30?
Wow. I think I should have brought my phone down.
Now, as it is Mother's Day in the near future, and we know that somebody's kids are watching.
Oh, yeah. So this is how we do it. So, Taylor, Jackson, Mummy would love these for Mother's Day.
I think that's
I'm just saying to the children.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If anyone else happens to be in the room, then
if he happens not to be in the room, you might want to get him back in the room.
Go get Daddy.
Yeah. 20 carats you're getting here as well. They are stunning. There is a very limited amount, 6. Half the stock has already been allocated.
Wow.
They're going to go, aren't they? Because they are absolutely stunning.
They are beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
I'd just keep them as they are and I wouldn't want to touch them.
I would want a pair of earrings out of them, most definitely. And I'd love to make a ring out of them. Because they're quite flat, so set with some sterling silver, you could set them into a woven ring, use the drill hole to secure it, and then maybe place a tiny little weave just to catch the bottom of it.
I like the idea of that. That is brilliant. There's only 3 chances remaining on this, though. That's it. Don't forget, you do get your 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you're wondering about it and umming and ahhing about it, get it home and send it back if you have to. It's better to do it that way than to miss out completely. Can I just double check? Did you just say they were natural?
Wow.
Really?
You've almost got like...
goodness
how many
me.
sets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 sets of 3.
3.
So you've got 6 sweets there,
2
really,
chances
with, you know,
remaining.
earrings and necklaces.
That is absolutely phenomenal. For these to be natural and for them to be the size they are, that's brilliant. And for the price, that's fabulous. 1 chance remaining. Who is going to get it? It's going to be the first person to check out. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in baskets. There is 1 available.
It's not Laura and Anthony, is it?
No. No.
Rubbish.
Let me just double check. No. It's not you.
Expect they've gotten bored by now.
They've probably listened and gone to bed.
Yeah.
Right, what shall I bring to you next? Or shall we go to the kit? No, I think we should make you wait.
Make me wait.
Make you wait. Not only did you not get the ruby, I'm going to make you wait now as well.
Punishment.
Punishment indeed. I'm going to bring to you some silver diamonds. They are really lovely. There seems to be quite a big movement at the moment towards rough gemstones. So there's, and I never really quite understood just the impact that it had and how people are not. I suppose it's to do with the whole everyone wants to be individual and they don't want to have what everybody else has.
Yeah, I think also it's about people's style and taste.
Yeah.
So not everybody wants that really sparkly, that, you know, that cut in that effect, but also I think it's affordability.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody, if you wanted that clear, you know, crystal clear diamond, you're looking at a lot of money.
Yeah.
But to be able to say I own diamond at an affordable price, it's birthstones, it's April's birthstone, you know, it's my son's birthstone, so I know that I could have diamond in my jewellery, which is not something that would be something I thought I could ever do.
There's a saying, isn't there? That's brilliant. We're not doing that though. We're not doing that. There's a saying that it's better a diamond in the rough than a perfect pebble.
See, I love that. I think that's a beautiful strand.
I think it's a beautiful strand as well. One of my first commission ever, is for a raw garnet, a rough garnet.
Yeah.
£19.95. So if you are loving getting closer to nature and closer to the sort of the original formation of the gemstone, I suppose.
But look at that sparkle. As
It
you're
still
turning them,
sparkles.
it's so much sparkle there. And that, I think, is what draws me to it. I think it's got that natural, organic look to it, but it's still clearly a diamond.
Don't forget as well, for centuries and centuries and centuries, for a very, very long time, diamonds were always in the rough because nobody was able to cut them or facet them. It wasn't until I think it's about the 1400s the first actual polishing and faceting of a diamond occurred. So we're going right back to traditional styles of jewellery, really, aren't we? And traditional styles of wearing gemstones, and diamonds were still just as loved then as they are now, still just as coveted, still just as desired, and yet they wouldn't have been cut. No. They wouldn't have been faceted.
See, for me, those with those rubies, I think would be lovely.
Yes.
because
yes,
I love that colour combo. And again, for you, that lovely rich red and that sparkle, and you've still got that subtle sparkle with the sort of silver colour. I think that's lovely. A pair of earrings with those would be great.
They're fab, aren't they? Absolutely fabulous. Love those. They're so pretty. So pretty. How about some blue sapphire then? If we're going to stick with gorgeous gemstones. All gemstones are gorgeous, really, aren't they? Just in different ways. You want sparkle? Sparkle! Oh, I've not done it tonight.
That was... Last time you were a little bit...
Yeah, a bit husky.
Yeah.
Maybe you got the festering from me. It wasn't me.
It was you.
Might have been me. It wasn't me.
You. I could give it back.
You would as well.
Like to share.
I know sharing's caring, but keep it to yourself. Right, we are looking at natural shaded blue sapphire. Once again, another one of those big, incredible, wonderful gemstones. If you want to strengthen that big 3 into the big 5, add those diamonds to it as well. Look at these. Those two together. We're going to give you a ridiculous price for sapphires as well. £12.95. Ridiculous. Those two are gorgeous together, actually. I really like that.
I like it, and the textures as well. I love the whole look together is beautiful.
Sparkle.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Got it back. Don't push it now.
Okay. Always take it too far, don't I? Sorry.
That's when it starts going wrong. That's all. That's when it starts going wrong.
This is me we're talking, it always goes wrong. £12.95, you are getting phenomenal sizes, actually, more than anything else. I mean, the colour's brilliant, the quality is fantastic, but the size of the biggest one in the middle, look at those, look at those. They are chunky. That's brilliant.
It's beautiful.
I've got some emerald ones for you. Ooh, no, I don't have any emerald ones. Where have they gone? Don't know. What can I bring? Can I bring the opal? No. Now, if you did manage to get the deal of the day, add this to your order because they will complement each other beautifully. If you missed out... Oh, no, it's not. That's...
Dilemmas.
There's a dilemma.
These I would say
Pairs, drops. That's what I said. There we are. See, they're going, no, that's not the deal of the day. This is the deal of the day, which is, I got it right.
I love it when you don't love it when you're right. See, I was right.
Yeah, I was right. Don't ever let me do that again. Please. If you got the deal of the day, get this because it will complement it beautifully. And if you missed out on the deal of the day, then, oh, hello.
Look at your hand is glowing.
I was... Prime example, and if you've never been into the studio to see opals, this is going to just be one of those straight over the head things. But look at these. Now, what you're seeing on your screen is not what we're seeing in the studio. That looks amazing, I've got to say. But yesterday, before we left, I saw the deal of the day. It was sitting on the side, waiting to be aired, first thing in the morning, and I commented on how beautiful they looked, and I looked at the strand, and when I got home and I tuned in this morning, when the deal of the day was on, the strand, still beautiful, still stunning, but it wasn't, you just couldn't see the same array of colours as when you get it home in person. It's the same with a lot of these gemstones that require natural light or light when you're within the vicinity. Because if you look at gemstones sort of 101, when a light goes in, for the gemstone to look at the best quality it has to have the person there for the light to bounce into the eye. This is going through a camera, it's been broadcast, and then it's been put into your TV or your phone or whatever other medium you're watching it on, and it depends on how that reacts to the light, how it translates those colours. So you're never going to get a better visual example of how good it is by watching it on a screen. So if there's ever a moment that you fall in love with what you're seeing on the screen, You know when you get it home, you are most certainly going to love it. And look at how bright these are. These are incredible. The price you're seeing on the screen, that is absolutely amazing. I know where this is going to go price-wise as well. Ridiculous. How about we do what we did with the pearls and take 20% off that? Oh, my goodness. Can I just point out as well, the fact you're getting green and red in the gemstone, in the same gemstone, the best example is higher up actually, that is something you don't see very often. That is a really nice rarity. You are normally generally get one or the other.
Yeah.
You get more greens or you get more reds. You don't often get the combination of the two together. So to have that, that is amazing.
Yeah, they're absolutely beautiful. And I often say this as well about, you know, seeing it here and seeing it on screen. The fact that you can see that on screen just...
I know, for me that was...
Because I've had Opal before and I've been looking at it and it has been alive like that and I've gone like that on screen and it's just...
Yeah, you just don't see the same.
But that is such an amazing strand. It's absolutely beautiful.
It is brilliant. It is brilliant. It's seriously brilliant. There's 7 of these in baskets already straight away. I mean, they're going to be one of those that just goes. Even Mike's just said he's not seen many strands that actually show off the quality that you're seeing here.
But look at your hand. Your hand is reflecting the colours. Can you see that? The colours are bouncing off of your hand. But look at that. If you put your hand back then, you could see this little green one just there. Can you see how it's lit?
Oh, yeah.
It's actually reflecting on your hand.
It's just amazing. It really is amazing. Oh, Phil says, because he's being nice, he's going to take an extra £5 off that.
That's insane.
$34.95. Just for today, though. Just because...
Phil's come back off holiday, isn't he?
It's basically because Phil's come back off holiday, yeah. I have noticed this seems to be the theme. If you're going on holiday... If you ever find out one of the producers is going on holiday, make sure you tune in for the day before they go. And when they get back, make sure you tune in for the day they're back because they are happy.
And we always say, don't we? Oh, the producer Phil's going on holiday on Monday. So you're,
yes, they don't hold punches.
The clues are there.
Yeah. They're constantly, not that I'm going on holiday, but I'm going on holiday. I haven't been on holiday for ages. Going on holiday would be really nice.
We're going to go on holiday hopefully in August.
Technically, me coming to you is a holiday.
That's cool. It is a holiday. It's a good holiday.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
It's going to be mayhem.
It's going to be
That's
great.
What it's going to be. It's mayhem. Oh my goodness. If you can get a hold of it, get a hold of them. Don't forget to use that 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're umming and ahhing about it, get it back. You're not going to want to. You're going to want to keep it. Anyway, it is Star Buy time. Sticking with the drop theme. Drop, 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 drop. Drop. Drops. They are really lovely. So we've crammed on as many as we possibly could on this. It's a really good size strand.
Almost like a double strand, isn't it? Almost.
Yeah, it basically is, isn't it? I'm sorry, what? I'm not going to repeat the price. You can see it for yourself. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
How good is that? Look at the depth of colour. Look at the depth of colour that you're getting there.
That's beautiful. You could create loads of lovely little delicate flowers with those, couldn't you?
£3.95 stockpile.
What's great about those is they would really, like, you had those beautiful pearls, and it's, I don't want to say it, but it is an inexpensive strand. That's really going to elevate your design.
Dare you.
But
it is inexpensive, though. £3.95, it is.
I'm scared to say that. But, and also, again, classic, recognisable, it's amethyst, everybody knows the gems, and that's a very classic colour as well.
It's the deep, rich purples that I know you said you can't wear the deep, rich purples, but they are such a staple for, especially for this year.
But also, you can't always go by you know, just because I can't wear it. I know a lot of people that can. I know a lot of people that love purple.
I love it.
And again, it to me is it's a safe gemstone.
Yeah, but you'd use it in jewellery that you would make to sell, wouldn't you?
Because people, that's what I mean by safe, people recognise it and they know that gemstone. So if you say, people would probably say to you, is that amethyst, you know, because you could say, because it has got that knowledge, people know about it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. No, they're fab. They're absolutely fab. £3.95. 40 of them have already found homes.
They are beautiful. But again, changing it with adding different gemstones, change the way you see that gemstone as well.
Peridot looked really nice with it.
Peridot.
You mentioned that earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, Peridot. I love Peridot with amethyst, with citrine, with that sort of whole little group of gemstone. Iolite. I love, it's like a little pop of colour, it's that little brightness. Again, you had citrine earlier, didn't we?
Yes, we did. That'd go beautifully with it. Now, Karen's got a brilliant question for you. Kid, I'm stuck with using drops. Can the designer show me how to use it? Please, please. Where would you start?
To use the drops.
So, drops in a design. Because if you're used to using rounds and you're all of a sudden you've got a strand of drops.
I know I keep going back to this, but... So I know I go back to this, but this here, this necklace, is the drop, the bottom section.
Yeah.
Is a cluster of drops. And that's done using the featherweight head pins and just going through the top. Some of them are... There's a drop there, so you'll see. So if I hold that up for you to see, can you see that it's a featherweight head pin that's just been wrapped into a wrapped loop?
Yeah.
And that's just a very, very simple way of wrapping a gemstone. But again, another way that you can do it, as we said, it exactly like that. And on some of those, you'll see, if you look, you've brought the wire's been brought down a little bit. Can you see there's almost like a tiny little cluster at the top? If I take one up, you can see. Can you see it's sort of wrapped around the top? So, can you see it? So what you can do is you can continue that down, actually further down the gemstone and almost make it like a bead cap. And again, the other way that you can do it is you can put wire through. I demonstrated it with some labradorite the other day, actually. 5 drops, wire all the way through, and then you just go in and out, and it basically stabilises them into a sort of a flower form.
Brilliant.
That makes sense. Yeah. So absolutely loads of tiara twisting as well. Just putting it through on a tiara twist and just doing a spray. You can have that as a necklace or a hair vine. So there's loads you can do with that.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for that, my lovely. Now, I'm going to give you a bit of a quick recap on our pearls, which was our must-have. 10mm round pearls. They were flying out earlier. Still have a couple of these in baskets awaiting to be checked out. So do not forget to check that basket out. Do not miss out. They are natural white freshwater cultured pearls, and they are 10mm rounds. What was it we said we got on a strand?
39.
39 of them approximately on the strand. It's a lot that you're getting. Basically just over £1 each is what you're looking at per pearl, and considering they are rounds, amazing.
Yeah.
Really amazing. Right, so Karen's messaged back in to say, so can I use this way to make a bubble bracelet?
You could, but again, I'll go back to this just because I've got 2 types of cuts on here. So I've got like the little rondelle gemstones, so you can see that if you were to make a bubble bracelet with that, can you see how obviously the head pin goes directly through? I turn it to the side, it's a wrap loop, so you could use it like that, but you would just have to be aware. What I would try to do is stabilise the top of the drop, so I would make sure in that situation, because can you see how that drop's got movement? If you had like a bracelet full of that, it could wear, and because obviously you'd have to put like a finer wire through, you could snap it. But if you stabilised it by just wrapping that wire around so that the gemstone stayed set, then it should be fine.
Okay.
So yeah, but as long as you just stabilise that gem, so you just don't want that movement because the friction could cause the wire to snap over time.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, if you were going to do a bubble bracelet, I would use chips for that because you could just put the head pin straight through.
Yeah.
It would be a lot easier for you. I would use those to make that more sort of floral design.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Thank you for sending the messages in as well. So hopefully that's answered the question for you. Right, so $39.95. I'm going to leave those there with you. 28 are in baskets, so make sure you're checking those baskets out on that one. Now,
Pass it over.
kit time. So, we have got an amazing coloured wire. We are looking at hematite colour. These are brilliant. Can we have a sneaky peek at the jewellery that has been made? Oh, that's how you do the channel setting, is it?
Yes, in effect.
It actually looks really effective, doesn't it, the colour? Love that style.
Yeah, it's really cool. I was just trying to think of a way that we could, well, you'll see in a moment the stones that we had, and I wanted to do it in quite a classic way. So I was quite impressed with how this turned out.
It's almost like Victorian style jewellery, isn't it?
Yeah, apart from the necklace, I just had a bit of fun with that one, just did a bit of wire wrapping.
Brilliant.
You know, I couldn't have not really, could I?
No, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. Now, can I just ask, the actual necklace itself that you've got, the band that you've got, is that the 1 mil that you're using there?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I've just used that quickly just to show it on. I mean, I haven't done it quickly, but you could make a proper clasp out of it.
Sorry, it's 1.2, isn't it?
It's 1.25.
Yeah, 1.2. I got 1.2 on there. Even better.
These it probably is 1.2. These are very slightly different in there. I don't know if
they are different because it is normally 1.25.
Yeah, I think that's just habit. Yeah, they're very slightly different because the finest gauge is slightly different as well.
Yeah. Okay, so the gauge is not what we would normally expect, which is really, really unusual. What we're looking at here is, so let's go over the wires that you're getting. They're all hematite coloured, silver plated, round copper wires. You will be getting 25 metres in the 0.2, 20 metres in the 0.4, 10 metres in the 0.6, and then 3 metres in the 1.2. Now, normally we do 1.25 and then 1.5, so it's just, this is 1.2, so it's slightly smaller on the gauge on that one. That's brilliant. I've not seen that before.
And we normally do 0.25, but it's 0.2.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But they're great gauges of wire. You can see I've got loads left. I still had some gemstones left. It's just a beautiful kit to sort of work with.
Does it make much of a difference then, that 0.5?
It does a little bit, but like the 1.25, not so much. Didn't really notice it as much. It's a thicker gauge of wire. You just treat it in the same respect. The 0.2 is lovely. It's very, very malleable and thread-like, so you can see how lovely. But it's still got a lovely strength to it because it's got that coating. So it's lovely and fine. You can get that detail in it.
That is like thread.
Yeah, and you can see it. You know, you can use it for that detail, but it's got strength to it as well because of the fact that it has that coating on it.
Brilliant. Right, so you're getting those 4 spools of your wire there as well. You will also be getting faceted, micro-faceted, black spinel. It's a 30 centimetre strand and it's coated. Are they all 2 mils, are they? 2 by 1 mil, wow.
Is it 30 centimetres? I thought it was longer.
It does look longer.
I thought it was the standard.
It should be 15 carats, 30 centimetres. 2 by 1. Yeah, no, it says 30. I can measure it. It's probably going to go over it.
30.
It looks longer.
It looks like one of the standard strands.
Well, mine's measuring 33.5, but we are going to, let's just say 30 because that's the safest thing to do. And the other gemstone you're getting, lava kite. Love this stone. Absolutely adore this stone. If you hadn't already guessed. 40 carats Larvikite, 4mm rounds, and this one is a 38cm strand. It is such an amazing, amazing gemstone, and you get chatoyancy in it. It's a little bit like, it's almost like a cross between a labradorite and a tiger's eye.
Yeah, I always thought it was black labradorite. I always thought that was what it was. I think it's beautiful, and I think it's great because, like you say, it's got that sort of that shiller of a labradorite, but it's a different tone.
It's really unusual when you look at it because it's got such a wonderful. It's almost like looking at a stormy sky, or even a stormy sea. It's got that real deep, undulating, it's just fabulous.
It's beautiful.
Moody.
Yeah.
It's very moody. But you're not just getting those two. I say not just getting those two. You've got a load of spools of wire. You've got a load of gorgeous Larvikite and your hematite. And on top of that, you get the 3 stones as well. Now, these are step cut. Are they part of this kit? 'Cause they're not on the information. Are they really? Yeah, they're not on the information. So it's 3 by 11mm. Sorry, 15 by 11mm. And you're getting 3. They are brilliant. And of course, it is spinel. They are big size spinels. I'm really impressed with that.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting them to actually be spinels.
No, they're beautiful, aren't they? And again, I love the cut. You've got that very classic kind of cut. You know the technical terms more than I do.
Yeah, so you're looking at that. that's you know when you look at the base of a boat.
Yeah.
That's the term that they have it for it. I can't remember the term. Really bad. Really bad.
I can't
it's not.
help.
I'm thinking of the tiller, not the stern. It's basically the belly of the stone, the bow possibly. Yes, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. But they are basically your classic sort of emerald cut.
Yeah.
An emerald cut is normally step cut, but with the ends taken off. So a step cut would normally have a pointed end. The reason it was called an emerald cut is because emeralds are quite brittle, so they'd have to take the edges off to prevent them from snapping off anyway. Oh. So you would never have an emerald cut with a point.
Did not know that. So
what can we do for the... That's tiny! I would be happy to pay that for the 3 spinel. In fairness, $23.95. The fact we've got 3 loose cut spinel. These are not cabs. They're not cabs. They're not slabs. They are actual...
They're little chunks. They're
fabulous.
They're great. They're solid. Very classic as well.
They are amazing.
You know, it's worth it just for these.
I can wholeheartedly say, okay, so the microfaceted black spinel is incredible, but the fact you've got those 3, and then you're getting, what was it, 58 metres of wire? 58 metres of wire, and the Larvikite, and that is an amazing, amazing kit. It actually works out at £3.42 per component. That means £3.42 for one of your cut gemstones. That's ridiculous. Oh, that's all 3? What? No. So when you're saying component, you're classing the 3 gemstones as one component. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. It works out £1.15 per gemstone. That's ridiculous. Oh my life. That is ridiculous. Just got to mention as well about the pearls from earlier on. You're going to have to read that one for me because it's not come up on the...
I can't read it either. Hang on.
Jade pearls are great value. Knot and add silver clasp. Daughter's 7x8 valued at £350.
Wow. And that's not obviously a round because it's 7x8.
That's true. So it'll be
it's not
an oval or a
perfect round.
Yeah.
And that's smaller. Wow.
Jane, thank you very much for that. That's brilliant.
These would look great. Can you imagine this with those pearls?
Yes, that's classic. Now, considering we are very close to the end of the show, we probably should actually start after I'm oohing and ahhing. That's an amazing kit.
It is an amazing kit. It's a beautiful kit. And it's great just to sit and have that in your stash because every component is beautiful.
Get the kit. Get the kit. That's brilliant. What are you going to demo for us then?
So what I thought I would demo is the the kit.
Yes.
Yeah, well that would be helpful.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to show because to me the star of this kit has got to be these spinels. It's
Absolutely.
got to be. And I also know that viewers might be thinking, oh, they're great, but how would I set them? So I want to be able to show you how to make the components to set them in. So the necklace is just done as a free form. Mm-hmm. So the bracelet and the ring are both done in the same way. So I'm going to show you how I actually boxed in the actual spinel.
You have no idea how excited I am about the fact that it's spinel.
And what I'm going to do is, both of them have been done as an individual component and then stitched into the design. So I made them individually and then the bracelet around it and just kind of attached it within the bracelet and attached the ring, the component onto a ring shank. Okay, so for this I'm actually going to use the 1.25, 1.2 and the 0.4. Now I chose the 0.4 over the 0.2 for two reasons. One, I was having a bit of a fight with the 0.2. And I
think that's the obvious reason.
A bit stressed with it. And the 0.4 is just, it's a little bit stronger and it's easier to work with for this particular design. Yeah. So I used the 0.2 for the woven pendant, which is great for that because I used the 0.6 with the 0.2, great combination. But the 0.4 is brilliant with the 1.2 and it just gives more strength and structure. Yeah. Okay. It doesn't fight you quite so much. So what I'm going to do is take the 1.2, and if I say 1.25, I apologise, I do mean 1.2.
It's just because we're so used to seeing that particular size, it's really unusual to see the 1.2.
I did a shibori show and just referred to the shibori ribbon as wire so many times.
It's because it's the medium you use to though, isn't it?
So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to shove you out of the way.
Thanks. Thanks, friend.
So again, as I referenced earlier, I'm going to use my beadle-on cutters to cut this wire because it's a stronger gauge of wire. Yes. You could also use those red shears if you want to. And what I want to do is cut some wire. I don't actually need too much wire. I'm going to do two of the same size lengths. And I'm going to... Okay, so I'm just going to cut two lengths. I'll measure it in 2 seconds. I'll give you that one to have a quick measure. I know that this basically has to go around the whole diameter of the spinel at the top, okay?
I'm just keen
and have a little...
So sorry.
You are not a good assistant. Not good.
It's like, it's about 6.5.
It's about 6.5.
And kinked now as well.
Kinked. Okay, so basically what I want is enough to be able to go around the whole of the size of the spinel, but to leave some excess because they're going to create the prongs to set the actual stone. Okay. I also want it to be just slightly under. So if I explain by that, I want it to sit just on the edge like that. So if you have
under the girdle.
Yeah, just slightly under my lamp it looks so pretty.
At least you changed it. It's not.
So sorry. So yeah, you want it to sit just underneath because this is almost going to be, the stone's going to sit inside the sort of box that we're going to create, and then the prongs are going to come over and just set that into place. Yeah. Okay, so you'll probably take a bit more time to measure this than I'm going to.
And you won't kink it the way I just did.
You probably
Apologies for that.
So I'm just taking my pliers, and what I'm doing is I'm just taking making a nice sharp turn. Now you can measure this, but this is me, I don't measure, I do go by eye. And I'm going to just create that shape. And I do keep referencing back to make sure I'm not going too large, but I do need there to be a tiny bit of space because we are going to be using the wire to channel set, and obviously that's going to take a bit of that space up as well. If you make this a little bit too big, it's, as long as you're quite assertive with the moves, so I've just turned that once, I can now come back in and straighten it and just come in a tiny little bit small if I need to.
Yeah.
Okay, but don't do that too much because you will start to mark the wire and you will start to kink the wire and not be able to get those shapes out. So I've got that, so that if I sit this here, I can see that sitting just the sort of size that I want it to sit. I'm then going to come along and I'm just going to use this roughly as a guide, and I'm going to just come across like this. So I've got that kind of shape. And again, now I can start to see if this is going to sit how I want it to sit. So that is actually sat in there nicely.
So I'm just measuring the actual diameter of the...
Okay.
Yeah, that sits beautifully.
So this is the slightly, it's not tricky, but this is the bit that we want to try and get right. Now, I did actually do this on the first one that I did. I'm actually going to grab the two pieces to show you. The first one I did sort of just worked along and it created itself. And that's the one that I've used here. And you'll see, just on this corner here, can you see how this prong has come out quite far? It's come over, you can see it's quite visible.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas the others are a little bit more discreet.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I did the ring, I tried to just plan it a little bit better so that you have still got that same prong, but can you see, because I planned it a bit better, it's not so obvious. Can you see what I mean? It's not so obviously there. So it's just about placing these prongs in the right place. Okay, we'll put them back. So I'm going to just get this wire and I'm going to just place that across like this. And okay, and I just need to repeat the same on this second wire. So I'm just going to do it a bit quicker because we're not going to complete the whole thing, but you can get the idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically you would have two that would be around about the same sort of size. So I'm just doing this a bit quick, so these aren't going to match, but it's just for you to get the idea. And you do want them to, one can be slightly bigger than the other because they're going to almost be stacked.
Yes,
so,
they're going to trail down the pavilion, aren't they, the way the pavilion gets smaller.
Yeah, so it almost mimics the shape of the stone. So what I want to show you more than anything is the way that we need to position these wires to get those prongs in a way that's not going to look too much. So what I want is them to be on opposite sides, so you can see there, so they're going to place like that. Okay, so it's going to go like that. And what's quite key, I'm going to turn this to the side for you to see. Okay, can you see there how the bottom wire of the top layer is sitting in the middle? Don't know if you can see that on the right angle, if I want to hold it up close. So can you see that that wire is in the middle? So the bottom wire of the top frame is sitting in the middle. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? And then you just need to, you might need to redo the wires on the opposite side, so you might have to sort of replace them, but you want that to be the same on both sides, or as close as you can, because then there will be one that will have to come out, but as long as you keep it quite nice and tight, it's not going to be too visible.
Okay.
The trickiest part then is establishing the weave. Once you've established it, it's fine. You can go around nice and easily. Yeah. So the first part is the part that I'm going to probably make it look really difficult, but it's not. I'm going to take what will be the prong, and I'm just going to do that quite nice and tight, just bend that up. But I just want that to be quite nice and sharp angled. And the same on the opposite side. And then the same on the other side as well.
At any point, if you need to break for water, just let us know.
Do I sound like I do?
No, it's just, there's a slight little croakiness, and I know you were struggling a little bit earlier, so I don't want you to...
Thanks. So you can see that there, so that's going to lay in that stacked effect. Okay, so you can see how those prongs are building. Then you're going to take a length of your 0.4 wire. I'm going to take a short length because I'm not going to be
stabbing me,
doing the whole lot. But obviously you'd want to, if you can do this in one round, then that's great. And you don't actually need as much wire as you think you would. Probably about an arm's length, about 1.5 meters would be fine. So I'm just going to show you how we would start setting. Could you do me a favour? Could you cut that, and just get me a couple of those spinel.
How many do you want? 3?
Yeah, just to show how we would start it. So I'm taking the wire and I'm going to place it, and I'm just going to wrap the short tail going up towards, so that's going up. This is the short tail, and that's just stabilising it. That can be tidied up in a minute. Okay? I'm going to bring the wire down, and I'm just going to wrap a couple of times. It's not playing the game with me. So tighter than that, because that's not going to work. So I'm going to feed this through. And as I said, the beginning bit, I'm probably going to make it look a lot fiddlier than it actually is. It's just to get it stable. Once you get it established, it's fine. So a couple of times around. So 1, 2, 3, and then we...
Is it doing it again?
No. Sorry, the wire was going into the plaster. Sorry.
Thanks for sharing.
I was not going to mention it, but...
Well, it didn't exist.
So then what I want to do is just create the gap. So I'm going to feed the wire through the second frame. Okay. Make sure it's sitting how you want it to sit. All right, so it's sitting like that.
Okay.
Can you see? And then obviously I'm going to leave too big a gap, but you would want to make sure it's the size of the actual spinel.
Yeah.
And then you're going to just wrap once and then twice. I'll just show you this up close in a moment. So you can see that this is obviously enlarged, so this isn't, it would be the size of the spinel, that gap. Okay, and that's at the back, so that's going on the inside of the frame. Okay, and then what you would do is add your spinel. Sorry. Add the spinel and then bring the wire straight up the front and then just wrap it around once with the spinel on. Around once and then twice, not twice, just go back through and down through both the frames over to that side. So you're repeating that same process. So you'd go around the bottom once and then that wire comes back to the front, pop the spinel on, wrap it around, go down the inside, wrap it around the bottom, and then when you come to the front, to the outside, you add your spinel on. Once you've got that locked in, you'll see the detail just here. So can you see that the gap's obviously a lot smaller, but can you see it? So if I just turn that round for you to see, that's going to sit in that little gap perfectly, and you can see. And you just wrap it all the way around, and then when you get to the end and you're happy, just wrap it around the bottom of one of the prongs. Then obviously your wires are all set up, you pop your stone in, trim your wires, and go from opposite directions. So you would go from that side, then that side, then that side, then that side. I tend to cut them too long so that they almost meet in the middle.
Okay.
And then, so I'm going to go in sort of from one side, then that side, then say that side. And cut them so that they are quite long and come right into the middle. And then that's when I will sort of take my pliers and really get a nice flat grip and then start to trim them. And you can use this like inner line here on it. Is it the table?
Yeah, the table's one in the centre.
Yeah, so you can use that as a guideline so that the prongs actually sit just sort of around that edge.
Yeah.
And then you get a nice tight sort of hold on the stone. And again, because you've got that base, it sits inside. Hopefully that makes sense, but when you're doing it, it will make more sense.
And the reason you go from one side to the other, so on the diagonal, is if you're doing both on the same side, the stone tends to
the stone
out
moves.
of place. Yeah.
So you're just keeping it in place by going from one side to the other. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
There you
That's
go.
really brilliant. Thank you very much for that. Brilliant. Thank you. Now, very blue. How about we bring you some sapphire blue wire. So if you want to mix and match the colours, maybe you want to have the hematite with a brighter colour, this would be fantastic. Or if you want to mix and match with any of the wires that we've had in today's show, or any other show, come to that. This is a great alternative. We're looking at 10 metres of silver-plated sapphire blue wire. That is blue! We're about to give you the lowest price ever on this particular spool, 10 metres of the 0.8, £1.95. just add it to the order at that kind of price. That's just an add it to the order price.
You can Viking knit with 0.8 as well.
Okay.
Yeah. It's probably easier.
Okay.
Because it's a thicker gauge, but obviously drawing it...
Less light to kink.
Yeah. Well, depends who's using it.
Oh, you did not just say that. She did. She did. You heard it.
I did.
Carry on.
But when you're drawing it through the draw plate, it's going to be different because it's a thicker gauge. Said it, meant it.
You're not even taking it back. Oh. So as long as you're not me, basically, it will be easy to use Viking knit-wise.
Yeah, it would be fine if you got those wire straighteners or nylon pliers because you could straighten the wire.
Yep. You wounded me now. Not only did you put a knife through your finger, you put it through my heart.
Oh, that was dramatic.
You ain't seen nothing yet. They are already flying out. Loads of you. That's just a fraction of the names who are there. 25 of them have already flown out the building. There is still a large quantity in baskets. Don't ever mess with Lara. She's nasty.
Yeah, said it, meant it.
I was about to take mine back then, but after that, no.
I don't think you were.
They are going to go, so I'll leave those there for you. Now, what can we do now? Big, bold and beautiful. Pink.
See that with that.
Subtly done, Mike, subtly done.
Nobody saw a thing.
So we are looking at, if you managed to get this in the kit previously, the beautiful combination together, we are looking at 340 carats of hot pink quartzite. They're faceted rounds and they are 12 mil. They're £2.95. That is stretchy galore. Think about that. Great, beautiful, gorgeous stretches. If you've got a daughter or a granddaughter, it'll be a fantastic first project. Get them into beading. Get them into bracelet making.
Stretchy bracelets.
Yes!
I don't know what that was.
It's beautiful. And they are flying out again. We are going to bring you amazing prices right up until the very end. You might lose your voice by the end of that, though.
I think it's gone.
It's laughing too much. Philippa, well done, my lovely. Rosemary, well done. Collector in Greater London's got 2 there as well. It's a really bright, beautiful, bold, dramatic colour.
Be great. Gone. With the blue. So I was trying to say blue wire to look quite cool with the colour glass. This is karma. This is because I said that about you.
Yeah, it is. They would go fantastically together though, wouldn't they?
But as a colour block, they look great.
Yeah. So I'll leave that one there with you. Now, so I have got, if you're liking the idea of prong setting, I've actually got a Swarovski, which has the
drill holes.
The mount with the drill holes.
Got double drill holes.
Double drill. And, oh, hello. Oh. That's amazing.
That's cool.
Take a look at that.
Wow.
Look at what it's doing. That's like a stormy, stormy sky. Have you seen how it's moving inside? That's like magic.
That is magic.
That is magic.
That is magic. I would want to, I've got to be honest, I would want to wire wrap that and keep that setting for something else because that is too cool.
That's amazing. It's like the eye of a storm. It's turning inside. It's like a vortex inside. That's brilliant. Now the back's actually the green, but if you look at it in the centre, if you look at the girdle is actually white. So that's why you're getting that fantastic effect. So you've got the painted area under the bottom, or the coated area rather than the painted area, the coated area under the bottom. And then you do have this most amazing effect throughout the stone. And because the light's going into this section here, and let me just see if that's Yeah, they've actually done it. So the prongs, the whole gallery area is raised, so it's actually still allowing the light to go into it, so you get that amazing effect.
That's so cool.
That's gorgeous. There's only 5 chances remaining on this one, though. £2.95. Definitely get a hold of that. That's brilliant. Sorry, distracted. How about some pyrite rounds? I have not seen these before. They're brilliant. So it's bronze coated bronze coated pyrite rounds. Try and say that fast. 3 times. Go.
Bronze coated pyrite rounds.
All right.
Bronze coated pyrite rounds. Bronze coated pyrite rounds.
All right. Okay.
Can you say it 3 times?
No, not going to try. 38 centimetre strand on this one. 10 millimetres is the size of the actual stones that you're looking at. They are really, really impressive. Really impressive. I'm actually wanting to put them with the sapphire wire.
They look great. I think they're great again for gents. Jewellery for cufflinks. They'd be great for cufflinks.
Yeah. Steampunk.
Yeah. That's really cool. Imagine that just rosary linked as a necklace.
Yeah, that'd be really nice. I'm also thinking about the sort of the vintage style weddings that we're still getting a lot of those gorgeous chocolatey browns coming in and things like that. So that would work beautifully. Beautifully, beautifully. Now, I'm going to give one more recap on the pearls because there are still a number of these in baskets at this moment in time. There's actually 28 of them in baskets at this moment in time. Do not forget to check those baskets out. We are looking at 10 mil rounds, and we looked at it was just over £1 per pearl. You've got approximately 39 pearls on here, and you're looking at £39.95, so it's literally just over £1 per pearl. They are incredible, seriously incredible, and you don't get rounds very often. It's always going to be something like a slightly off round, or it's going to be an oval or a rice, we don't get them in very often in comparison to any of those. Amazing. Now, I don't actually have the item with me to show you, but if you missed out on the chrome diopside earlier on, it flew out. We do have a small amount of those remaining. We took it to the most ridiculous price point, £12.95. The chrome diopside, and the quality. There it is.
I mean, that'd be beautiful, wouldn't it? Yeah. A couple of those just in the centre. Oh, be amazing.
Oh, now Laura, I've got to say thank you. Oh, hello, Julie Susie, what's it? I said thoroughly enjoyed tonight's show. Laura, feel better soon. Sleep tight from Silly Juicy, Julie Sue and Josie. Can't get my words at all.
I have an excuse, I'm poorly.
I am so sorry, I can't say anything correctly at the moment. Thank you for messaging in. Thank you for coming onto the show. Carry on watching the repeats if you want to recap on anything. Check the baskets out before midnight. And tune in again tomorrow morning at 8 AM. Goodness me. Love to every single one of you.